Hello, Internet, and welcome to Hearts of Stone. We're here to play some Blades in the Dark, and it's Tuesday, and I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm so thrown off. Hi, in case you missed the announcement or just joining us live, we did stuff. Decided to do a makeup game of this because we were missing the next two Saturdays. So thanks for joining us here. The I sorry, is everything? Do we have tech issues? Are we good?
No, you're good. Keep going.
We're good. Okay, cool. We are super excited to be here this afternoon, evening, playing some more Blades in the Dark. I've run a lot of Blades in the Dark this week now over a 6-day period, or a 7-day period. I will get to that in a second though and talk about when we're doing all of our announcements and stuff. Speaking of which, if you're joining us live, welcome. The next time we will be live on this channel will be Saturday morning, I believe, for Strixhaven, returning with our D&D 5th edition campaign that Van runs. I'll let him talk more about that. Otherwise, it's just business as usual, other than schedule changes. But you can keep up to date on everything that we are doing and updates to our schedule if you join us on our Discord. It's where most of our announcements will go out when that changes. But also, if you're watching us live on Twitch, you can scroll down and see our full lineup of shows. Yeah, it's gonna be a shorter session today. We're only gonna be going 3 hours. We normally go for 4. So we'll just go ahead and move right along. I'm gonna let my lovely players here introduce themselves, talk about who they are, what they do on and off this channel, and who they're playing tonight. Starting as always with Van.
That's me. Hi, I'm Van. You can find me on the internets at Van but Wilder, pretty much wherever you can find people on the internet. Mostly I just hang out in the Discord and post random memes, and I stream on Twitch several times a week, Saturday or Sunday nights on twitch.tv/hackrecklessly, where we'll be back to playing Dungeons and Dragons in just a couple of weeks now. Very excited. The final season of Playthings of the Gods. And on this channel on Monday nights and on Saturdays, like Val said, on Saturday mornings, we've been off for a few weeks because of travel and everything, but we'll be back this coming Saturday for, if not the conclusion of the WoW Beyond the Witchlight, something very close to it. But we're starting in the middle of a weird combat with an extremely gay evil wizard, and a bunch of knights made of stained glass.
Literally forgot.
So if that's
what
your
we
thing,
were doing.
freaking come hang out this Saturday morning. But tonight it's nighttime. And it's Tuesday, and I'm so thrown off. I will be playing Glass, who is the Whisper, and only made a little demon deal last time. Just a little one.
Just a teeny one. I woke up at 4 a.m. this morning. Supposed to get on a plane at 7. Got on that plane at 7. That plane did not take off until 10:30 a.m. It's gonna be a very interesting night, y'all.
We can't tell Salome about anything.
Wee! Also, hi, I'm Christina Sid. You can find me on the internets at Greek Sid. I am also here on Monday evenings and Saturdays, playing this game usually, except it's Tuesday. What the fuck? Tonight, I will be reprising my role as Salome, the spider of the group, who just stole a little dog, if you consider a full-grown bulldog to be little. Just a little guy. No big deal. That's me.
Hello everybody, it's me RJ, and I woke up like this. Quite literally, in fact, I fell asleep on the train. You can catch me at RJustice22 on Twitter, Twitch, and most everywhere. But tonight, I'll be playing Fume, who's the leech. We both go by he, him. And if Salome don't ask, we don't tell.
Hi, everybody. I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keener. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. My neck hurts. Today I'm playing as Grackle, who is the Hound, and yeah, DanaeKeener.com.
Dana.com.
We're all falling apart today.
Yeah.
Jeez, I'm suddenly like, why
Yeah.
are we doing this today?
None of
Because
us.
we must.
None of us are in our right minds, and you've all
No.
fucking been warned.
This is the
Yeah.
only thing that got me out of bed this morning.
Oh yeah, this got me through not
Oh,
murdering
perfect.
people on an airplane this morning. Like,
I'm
there's a game tonight.
I'm so happy to hear that. Hi, everyone. I'm Val. You find the Kraken's Crown lurking around the internet. I am here a couple days a week playing and running games. Other than this game, which is normally on Saturdays. Cannot stress that enough. I also run a game on Mondays called Red Jenny. Unfortunately, I had to cancel yesterday because I was feeling crappy. Van was feeling crappy. All this weather. It's been so cold here. So fucking cold here.
The wind chill
the
right
last
now
week.
is -14, and that's the warmest it's been all day.
God.
And the sun
Anyway,
just went down.
we Red Jenny, we may try to do a makeup game like this. We're gonna figure that out, but I'm gonna talk to my players about it. But yeah. Oh, I also have been this last weekend, and I think next on the 28th. Yeah. I'm running another Blades in the Dark like 2-shot. We'll be doing the second half of that. Did the first half this last Sunday. It was a lot of fun. You should check that out when it goes up, whenever LB posts it, over on the Hack Recklessly channel. And yeah, we'll be finishing up next week. They're breaking into the Lord Governor's stronghold to steal a diamond. It got pretty buck wild. So come join us for that. But yeah, I guess without any further ado, you all ready to get started? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Previously on Hearts of Stone, as we've alluded to already, things got kind of crazy I said last week. 4 days ago. The crew of the Obedient Servants finished up their heist. You had broken into Vreen's hound races to get some blackmail to run Vreen out of business in order to then set up getting the a prominent Leviathan hunter captain who'd been like backing this business to maybe invest and become a little bit more interested in the jewelry box, your store, your front, in an elaborate revenge scheme, which I will not detail all the nitty gritty of right now, but the job went off fairly well. We got to Fume stuck in a vault, shoveling coins out through a hole that had been dug in the back, leading into the sewer system. Glass had been able to root around in the owners' booths of the Hound of the racing track in order to get the information that y'all needed on Vreen and his business operations. And Grackle was posing as a guard, and everything it culminated in Fume sealing the door closed as Vreen was being ushered downstairs by a surprised guest, Ulf Ironborn, who had dropped in order to shake down Vreen for his to return his investment. Fume's use of some alchemy to seal the door led to that business deal going awry. Grackle found herself in the middle of a firefight, was able to escape unharmed, and Fume slid out the same hole that he'd been shoveling the coins out into. You all met up and were able to celebrate your successful heist. We did a bit of downtime. We'll have to do Salome's downtime here. If you've got any ideas, Sid, of what you want Salome doing. But during this downtime, had a couple developments. Let's see. We had a rather touching scene with Grackle going to a grave marker up in Brightstone with oh shoot,
Melvir.
Melvir, thank you. I'm playing sure it was Baldur's Gate, and my brain wanted to say Minsk. I just kept saying Minsk in my head. I could not think of the word.
I always
Melvir.
want to call him Melvin.
Melvin, yeah. But you went there with Melvir. Just talked about some. I guess alluded to. I don't think it's been fully said. Like exactly, we haven't really talked about much of what happened. It was pretty well hidden, like the exact details of it, but some sort of tragedy in their past that the two seem to share. Fume got high. I don't remember if Fume did. We didn't get. Oh yeah, Fume's tried to summon a demon. Tried to summon Belphegor for a meeting. That did not go exactly as planned. Instead, the demon Azrael arrived and was interested in speaking with Glass. Did have some words to pass on to Fume about Belphegor, and it seemed that Fume wanted to make a deal or amend their arrangement so that that Will and his sister may have some time before whatever Belphegor's machinations would take place were, and Azrael seemed unaware, or at least pretty shady on whatever that could be. However, Azrael did agree or offer a deal to Glass, who wanted to bring back their friend or ally, lover,
They were roommates.
Jackdraw. I don't think it's been
Roommate.
specific. Yeah, they were roommates.
Their roommate.
I don't think it's ever been their full relationship hasn't exactly been identified as yet, but it was somebody important to Glass who died, and Azrael
Important enough to want them back,
Mm-hmm.
For Glass,
Azrael
that's a lot.
I'd
offered
strike
you
a
the
demon deal to
means.
bring any of you back.
Well, we'll see how this deal goes, and we'll reassess that later, because Azrael essentially said that could make that happen, though Jackdraw, there, it's Jackdraw.
Jackdaw
Jackdaw, not Jackdraw.
is the
Jackdaw.
code name. Yeah, I think I gave his name though.
Did you? I didn't remember if you
I
did.
did.
Or not.
Yeah, I did because you said it back
Okay.
to me. His name's
Isaiah.
Isaiah.
Yeah. That you could bring Isaiah back, but there would probably be some changes to him. You agreed, and in exchange, Azrael would get you the ritual that you needed. You, however, would owe Azrael 3 souls, three wishes, essentially, that you would have to, 3 people you're gonna have to kill for.
Damn, I wish it was 3 wishes.
Wow.
I could grant some wishes, I bet.
Yeah, I think, and then you went to visit the church to try to get some information, and spoke to one of the preceptors at the local temple in Silkshore, who pointed you in the direction of Preceptor Dunville at the Sanctorium. I think that's it. So let's jump back in. Before I guess we get into any role play or y'all start deciding what you want to do next. Salome, you probably want to go and take your downtime actions.
Yeah, and I literally just listened to the episode from Saturday, so I have it all fresh. And yes, I'm happy to utilize my freebie downtime action if anyone had any plans for it, because I'm fully healed up and I just planned on rolling for some stress and then maybe doing some training. So, yeah.
Okay. Easy peasy. Well, let's do your stress first, because that's the only one that could really go.
First.
Yeah,
Well,
because
I'm
I got
at
her.
6,
so
so
you
I
can't
actually
overindulge.
cannot overindulge, which is kind of sad because everybody else is doing. All the cool kids are doing it.
2 of us
so-
have done it now.
I know.
I
Ugh,
realized how much fun it is, and I never want to stop.
right? Okay,
That's
fuck.
called addiction.
That's an addiction.
All right,
All
so
right.
5. So leaves you with
5.
one
So I just
left.
got one.
And then training.
Yes.
I
How
guess
does
it did-
that work again?
So you just get 1 XP in the track of your choice, I believe.
Unless
But unless it is one of the ones that y'all have taken the training upgrade in as a crew.
ours is in
Oh.
prowess. So anything under prowess, if you train it, you get 2 XP instead of 1.
Oh,
So-
Or,
okay.
or prowess and the abilities underneath it. Excuse me.
Okay. Oh, heck yeah. Okay, let's do that then. I feel like, because I think she's gonna get her finesse up a little bit is the
Okay.
plan. So yeah, I think I think Salome has essentially set up like a pickpockets training module in her bedchamber, just like a really nice coat with some like bells on it
Yeah.
and things like that, so that she can practice slipping things into pockets, taking things out of pockets.
Perfect. Yeah, so you can go ahead. You can put 2 XP into that track. And
Sweet.
if that fills it up, then you can take your point.
A couple more,
Okay.
but
Can I ask you a question while I'm thinking about it?
Oh, yeah.
I meant Sid, not you. Sorry.
yeah. What's up?
Sorry, I realized it did sound like I was talking to you. So Val, I'm sure told you, but put all the coin from last time
Oh, right.
on your sheet.
I did. I saw that, and I did move 2 of my 4 coin into my stash. So next time I put anything in stash, I'm officially in modest.
Okay. The only other question was if any of it was going in the vault or if you were keeping it. No pressure on either side.
Oh, yeah, I'll throw one in the
'cause
vault.
You can keep it.
everybody got 2, and then I think everybody did 1 for themselves and 1 in the
Yeah,
vault.
we threw some in
and
the vault,
then
but
I
we-
just put yours in there because I didn't know if you wanted to hold on to it.
Yeah,
for
we
your
wanted
part.
to
yeah.
ask you.
Yeah, throw one in the vault.
Okay.
All right.
We got 12 coin.
Yeah,
Have we
I
used
think
Salome's extra yet?
We have not, so it is up for grabs because I don't
I'll-
really
Oh,
have
right,
anything
right.
else
I'll
going.
yoink it for some training.
Do it.
Okay.
That's a good use of it.
I know we just explained how to do this. Remind me.
So if you you don't have to roll anything. It just depends on which of the 3 tracks you are training. If you choose prowess, you get 2 because of your special your upgrade for your crew. Any of the
so
others you
scary.
train, you just get 1.
Okay.
That's a good reminder, actually, because when we level up, we can take that in the other stats as well.
You can, yeah. If you
For the-
upgrade
for
those,
the crew.
then your training would get even better in the other.
Yeah, we can still
The other
upgrade those.
categories.
Oh, dang. We should probably do that.
We
Well,
just
I
took
was gonna
prowess early.
I was gonna take insight because I thought that it'd be fun for Salome and Grackle to practice pickpocketing and also noticing being pickpocketed.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So once,
World's most complicated game of grab ass.
That's pretty much exactly what it is.
Perfect. Yeah, so it's Salome trying to snag things out of Grackle's jacket, like coat pockets,
And Grackle trying her hardest to notice.
to notice.
And then
yeah.
that's, it's steel on steel, keeping each other sharp.
Yeah, I like it. Perfect. So yeah, that's our downtime stuff. So we're in free play then officially. If y'all want the world is y'all's oyster.
I have a quick thing that I wanted
Mm-hmm.
to ask Salome about while I'm thinking about it.
Okay. Salome, after
It's
all
so
is
not
said and done.
important, but I'm gonna ask.
No,
anyway.
not at all. I'm pretty sure it's hard to not notice the very, very pampered, beautiful, just spoiled as shit bulldog that is now just trotting around the jewelry box.
What's the dog's name?
It
Bruce.
was Puddles.
Mm,
Yeah.
It's Bruce. She looked to see if any of the dogs were already named Puddles, and then she saw the bulldog and fell in love, and his name was Bruce.
That's
so
a good name for a
We're going with Bruce.
All right.
He keeps on sitting in Grackle's chair.
I think it was something like Bruce Covington the Third or something insane. So that's what we're going with.
Esquire.
Right.
Yeah.
Esquire.
That dog's a
But-
lawyer.
Probably not going to use the dog's like full actual name, just in case someone notices prize, racing dog appearing somewhere.
We'll buy
So-
him a new collar. And
Yeah,
everything,
yeah.
so-
Oh, he has a collar. He has an eel suede dog bed. He's decked out.
Eel suede.
Eel suede.
Okay, I
I
can't
like-
afford the real shit. Okay,
I like
Not
to
yet.
think that his
We're just now
collar has
modest.
like fake rubies in the front.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
just like the gaudiest of costume jewelry rubies.
I love him.
Ah,
I would die for Bruce.
don't worry, one day we'll be able to afford real rubies, Bruce.
One day, buddy.
One day.
He
One
won't know
day.
the difference, but we will.
He really won't, but Salome will for sure.
It matters. It fucking
It's
matters.
the beginning to Oliver and Company with the bulldog quoting Hamlet at the TV.
Yes!
For tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow.
That's precisely the dog that we
It's-
have.
Art. Oh, I love that movie. I
When
bring,
Grackle goes to,
I bring Bruce a biscuit.
Grackle
Oh,
goes
perfect.
to sit down, and like there's a groaning noise from behind her, and she just turns around, and there's Bruce. Because of course he's in her chair.
Bruce and Moonshine are gonna get along just
Is
fine.
Moonshine still in jail?
I think
Yeah,
so.
well,
Moonshine's in
think,
trouble.
Like for
Sorry,
one
I've
job, at
completely
least.
forgotten the recap to talk about the escapades of Moonshine.
Yeah,
that
well,
came up.
Moonshine, the gambling Grackle.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I just it's of no importance, but I want to close the loop on it because it's something I said I would do and it's bugging me. So I just go to Salome and just say, "Can I have some money?"
Is everything all right?
Oh yes, I owe a man some dry cleaning,
Oh,
and technically
yeah.
it was your wine I spilled on him.
right. The whoopsie doo. Yes. Of course.
Thank you. I also did get his information. I'll go Salome the business card that he gave me with like his address and name and everything on it. So if you're looking for someone with a decent amount of money that wishes he had more and is clearly not the most perceptive, there you go. Free of charge for the little black book.
Thank you. Well
Welcome.
worth the coin. And the dry cleaning, I suppose.
I just felt bad. It is a nice jacket.
It
And it
is
was
a really lovely jacket.
the easiest lie I could come up with in the moment, so
Absolutely perfect. It's simpler the better sometimes, you know.
all right, so I'll take that as we're even. I just leave.
Even for
Thank you.
Glass.
I'm gonna have the jacket cleaned. I'm gonna send it back
Okay.
because that was the ruse, and I'm gonna follow through on it.
Okay.
And then
You-
now maybe we'd had this contact. Maybe. I don't
Maybe.
even know if you named this man.
I don't
I
think we even
Don't
named him.
think he
Can
ever
I
got
name-
a name.
I want to name him
Okay, hold on. Bring up my list of NPCs. What are you naming him?
Niles Frazier.
That's
No,
exactly what
no,
I was gonna
No.
say.
No.
Why not?
No. No.
That's a good name.
No.
Okay.
Niles.
I'll go with Niles.
Niles Boatman.
Files Nazier.
Sorry. What was the
Boatman,
boatman?
Boatman.
like the Nile, because it's a river.
Okay. Okay.
That one I can have.
Niles
File-
Boatman of the Brightstone Boatman.
You can either have Niles Boatman or you can have Files Nature.
That's his clerk. Is
Yes.
is Files
Files Nature.
Nazier.
Uh,
What was so bad about Niles Frazier that made those other two palatable?
because I'm not having a Frasier reference in this fucking game.
Why not?
I already have a character named David P. Connecticut.
You've never even seen Frasier.
Yeah, and so on principle, I don't want any references in my
It's
game.
it's a pretty funny show, though.
If you're worried you can't do the impression, just do the pill from Osmosis Jones.
There you go.
Uh,
That is the same man, in case
It
no
is
one
the-
knew. Those are both David Hyde Pierce.
He is not doing a
Uh.
voice. That is just
That's
him.
just David Hyde Pierce in fucking Osmosis Jones.
you return.
I can have Niles
the
Boatman,
jacket.
though.
You can have Niles Boatman.
Okay, I'll take it.
I'm just putting in jacket guy.
And his clerk, Files Nazier.
You've met his clerk yet.
Who are we jacking? What?
I want you to write it down so you don't forget.
Y'all, we don't have the time to be fucking derailing.
Yeah, we do.
We gotta stay focused.
This is
All
plot.
right.
This is plot.
It's done. It has been done. It's in my notes. What are y'all doing?
Our best?
Oh.
Will anyone be catching Salome up on your
On-
escapades?
On the demon escapades?
On the demon escapades?
Did she ask?
I guess all that's officially known is that the power went out at some point.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which isn't entirely out of the uncommon way with Fume around.
Should really do something about that. Maybe have like a backup generator or something. I'll think about it.
How often is that going to be happening
How
for
long
us to
do you
have the need for generator?
Seeing as I don't pay lease here indefinitely.
All right. I love a contingency. Fine. Put something forward toward a generator.
Oh, I could just make one. It's not too. Yes. Yeah. No. Yes. I'll go. I'll go looking.
Hmm.
Don't want to build a bigger bomb inside of the jewelry box now, do I?
A bigger bomb.
What's that? Grackle, you need someone to tend the bar.
Grackle's not there.
I'm
Grackle takes
coming.
One day off a year, and today is that day.
No, I hear you, Grackle, all the way
Convenient.
down there. Listen, Salome, I make explosives in the basement. What do you want from me?
All right. The moment that Jack gets back, group meeting. You're all being weirder than usual.
What? I have no idea what you're talking about. I am as weird as it gets.
Mm-hmm.
Given my current situation, that is not a very far-flung argument to make.
Agreed.
I wander through. Who's being weird?
All of you.
Have you ever noticed that
I don't think
Grackle
that's the
and
case.
Salome have gotten very handsy with each other?
You know, the thought has crossed my mind.
Like, recently.
Weird.
Weird.
I'd like to walk by Fume and pick his pocket.
Okay.
Be careful, there might be a demon in there.
Yeah, the demon's what you need to worry about on Fume.
A demon
is-
and not a live grenade.
Why do you have a live grenade in your
The
pocket?
idea being that them talking shit, her brushing past him, and then just showing him like she's got his watch or something to be
Sure.
like, fuck off.
Ooh.
Man, this is the one roll I hope you fail.
I know, right? Me too, actually. No, it's a 6. Whoop, 6 and a 3.
Yeah, so you do exactly that. You brush past Fume and grab his watch or wallet or something.
Pocket watch, yeah.
Yeah, pocket watch.
You were saying?
Seems she's getting a bit handsy with everyone.
Ugh. That's a HR violation, is it not?
Lucky for her, I'm HR.
Wait, that means you get paid.
Do you not?
No.
What are you
Not
doing?
yet.
I get paid on jobs. Can I have that back, please?
I'm getting paid since I started here 2
Thank
years
you.
ago.
Well done. Well played.
Hmm.
Huh. Does Grackle get paid?
I'm sorry, that's confidential.
We're allowed to talk about our wages.
Oh,
Well, you
absolutely.
are.
I encourage it.
I'm HR, I shouldn't.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a professional courtesy, yes.
It's one of the few things I'm courteous about.
Right.
What are we doing?
I don't know. It's very quiet without all the birds around.
Well, Moonshine's still in trouble.
Hmm.
I told
Oh.
you not to teach him to gamble.
He approached me with the deck of cards and some very nice cigars.
So now you're accepting bribes on company time.
I accept bribes whenever I damn well please.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll put it in your file.
Oh,
What if-
that's a part of company policy. We always accept bribes.
Oh, yes.
Wait, how big is my file?
It's less of a file and more of a shelf.
I'm not trying hard enough then.
Oh, no, I mean the whole shelf.
No, I'm not trying hard enough.
Oh.
I'm getting a bit restless, by the way. We should probably think about doing a score soon.
Literally just got back.
I know. But I was just shoveling money into... Oh! The money was counterfeit!
Interesting.
Why do you seem excited?
We could leverage that to his investors.
Oh, yes. I was going to go through this as well. And pull
Also-
out his little ledger. Little ledger I pulled out of the ceiling.
Also, considering that they're plated, I might be able to try some electrolysis on them to scrape a bit of gold off.
Absolutely, go for it. I would save some of it as evidence. I think the plan was what? We're gonna try and at least get the brakes off of our backs a little.
Yes, very quick, Fume. I do just want to say that if you are ever going to dabble in alchemy, now is the time. But yes, we should do actual work things.
Right, there's a man that was in the safe by the by. And it looked like he was smuggling gold to and from inside this tiny little room inside of it.
Real gold or counterfeit?
I believe it was counterfeit going up and the real stuff is still underneath the fucker.
I see.
Do we return to the scene of the crime?
No.
I'll do a second heist at the same location.
No, but we just go through the tunnel instead, and then we just go downstairs.
Do you recognize
I
this
mean,
man?
who's to say that they haven't gone down there to try and like recover?
Yeah, I mean, at this point,
By this point,
well, so even with the joke about it just happening, like with downtime, so it's been a few weeks at this point, or we can assume that, depending on where you want this to be at in that timeline. But yeah, I mean, they can get the door open eventually, because I think it's specifically like there are some things that they can use to undo the whatever was the stuff that you used, Fume.
Okay, could I make a study roll to make a sketch of the man that was in the basement? Or would you...
The
would you want that
smuggler
as a-
man, not the
the
one we
smuggler.
cask of Amontillado.
No, that's
That
the same
was
guy.
the same guy.
That's the same
Oh,
guy.
Oh,
the
it's the
same
same
guy.
guy.
Yeah, it's just
Oh, I
one
don't know
guy in
why I
that
thought it was a
safe.
different guy.
No.
I thought that
Um,
was a guard. Whoops.
Yeah, I mean, I won't even make you roll for it. You can just do that if you
Okay.
want. If you just want a simple sketch of that dude. I mean, it's no one that you recognized. So
What about the rest of us?
no one that
Just
any
some
of you
hired
recognize.
guy, essentially.
Yeah, I mean,
It was the Baron.
Yeah,
He's everywhere.
if you have the books and you have I'm just going to give you all this information here because I don't want this to be the mystery that eats at us for the next 20 sessions.
It will. You know it
'cause
will.
It really
Who
wasn't
was
meant
phone?
to be that. It really
Who
wasn't
was
meant to be
phone?
too complicated. But the between the ledgers, I mean, clearly what was happening was Vreen was embezzling
Mhm.
the funds that were coming in.
What?
And in order to do that in a way that, yeah, shocker. But in order to do that in a way, with the way that money changes hands at the facility, to still like pay out his investments and everything, was essentially counterfeiting coin in order to planning on paying back his investors with that counterfeit coin.
Yeah. So he's basically just doubling his income and like
yeah.
paying back with counterfeit stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, he had to know that was only going to last for so long, right?
Some people just aren't that smart. Sorry, I'm not here.
You can be here
Some
if you
people-
want.
It doesn't
you
seem
come
like
back.
well, and it's been a few having been a few weeks at this point, like it doesn't seem like he was planning on keeping the track around for very long.
I see.
Quick
They were just trying to
cash.
get out.
It was just pushing off his investors as long as possible, so
He
could
can
make as much
disappear to
money.
Montana.
Oh,
yeah.
well, he's already
He
pissed
probably-
off Ulf Ironborn all on his own self.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
probably
y'all left
stuck
him
around
there.
for too long. Just
Yeah.
like greed.
Mm-hmm.
He should have paid that one out like weeks ago, but
Alright.
he stuck in for too long.
But I still want to use this information to do two things. And that is one, our whole plot with the lovely Captain Panzier. And maybe, if we can get it to them quick enough, give the ink rakes a story to break as sort of an olive branch. I know they don't
I
like
think-
us very much.
It could be brought over under the guise of a little birdie told us some important information, and we can let them know who to thank at a later date.
I think it's worth a shot.
Might as well. I think we're a bit in deep with ink rakes at this point, aren't we?
Well, yes, I'm hoping to maybe try to smooth
Lessen
some of
that a little.
over.
All right.
I would have
Well,
put
at
it
least-
numerically. I would say we're at least a -2 with them, I believe. So
We are extremely close to having to go to war if we piss off the newspapers anymore. If the
that-
newspapers find out we can shapeshift, they're going to tell the church.
Oh God.
Uh,
That's a core memory unlock.
I feel like if the Church of the Exalted Flesh, those are the words, right?
of
Was it
the
correct?
ecstasy of the flesh.
Okay. We played a lot of Elden Ring the other day, and it really fucked up my whole
Yeah.
shit. The ecstasy of the flesh found out someone could shapeshift. That would be like their Jesus.
Yeah, probably.
I
Having
guess
that
you-
much control over your own flesh,
Over your body. Yeah.
that you could
I mean, a lot
literally
of
turn it
demons-
into whatever you wanted, like
Demons
changelings
can
and stuff.
usually shapeshift and
Right?
change their form,
That's what I'm
so that
saying.
would usually be a
That makes
sign that you'd
sense.
be a demon.
So maybe we should figure out how to shapeshift. Is this
I could
is
build
this
a
anything?
hole.
Is this a job?
is this a thing? Is this a thing?
I can have a
Find out how
second.
to shapeshift.
Can we, I mean, they say if you know,
don't
can
know
get
if that's
paid
on the
for what you
claims
love, you never work a day in your life.
Listen, I'm just gonna build another hole that can shapeshift, a la Chinese theater quick mask change.
I'm just gonna
Oh,
say,
that'd be so fucking cool.
so that would be pretty dope.
Danae brought the game mechanics into it, which rightfully so. I'm just saying, if one of us could shapeshift, we could be our own informants.
Ooh. Ooh. Fume, you're already a hole.
Wow, what's that supposed to mean?
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
No. What's that supposed to mean?
Go
That
on.
means that you could become our
Goodbye.
shape-shifting hole. And we don't have to make a whole new one.
Just have
It takes so fucking long to make a hull. You're still making the first one that you started on.
what we
We
need
had things
are
to do.
just some interchangeable parts.
Sure.
It'd be like in all the sci-fi movies where they take his face off.
Right. Let me get on that.
Don't do one.
So, okay. I'm going to bring us back in a little bit.
I'm
I need to turn Steiner into Maury.
All right. I'm gonna bring this in a little bit here.
I
sounds
warned
like y'all
everybody
are
up
getting-
front we were not in our right minds today.
Yeah.
It sounds like y'all are planning a new job. Or
Are
planning
we?
your next job. Well, I
We're
had
spitballing
assumed.
some stuff.
Should we make a job that helps us increase our reputation with the ink rakes?
Well, so here's what I was thinking for what
Mhm.
y'all want to do is because your next goal was to use the information. This last job you had was essentially like a setup job, like to get you in position that you could
Swoop investors.
well, specifically Captain Pansia. Like
Yeah, yeah.
you wanted to
Yeah.
get in with Captain Pansia and get information or whatever.
I mean, if he wants to give us his money in the meantime, too, that's great.
Yeah, the money
So-
also is great.
I mean, it kind of. So the stuff with the ink, starting off, the stuff with the ink rakes, we could do as a setup maneuver for that job. That would put you in a better position for that engagement role going into the next job.
I like this. It sounds economic.
I do have a question. Are we aiming for this to be something specific on the map? Or is this just for the
on your-
money
on
or
your
like
turf?
the grid?
Yeah, we haven't done that in a while. Claims. Claims, they're called.
Claims,
Yes,
thank
claims.
you.
Well, so getting Captain Pansia onto your side is more of a specific mission that I mean it really just depends on kind of what you'll decide to do with that, like what your end goal
Okay.
is there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just
y'all
didn't know
have
if there
to-
was like a trajectory that was leading us towards one of those, or if this was just like purely like
really I don't want you
narrative.
to really what I'm trying to get is like don't get too focused on the ink rake stuff because that you have done your thing and that will be that is set up for the for your situation with Captain Pansia because you want
So we're
that
set up for
information.
success there.
Yeah. What y'all have to decide is essentially what is your end goal? Like, what is the job you're looking to do regarding Captain Pansia? Is just like, are y'all just going to go talk to him and manipulate him into working with you? Or is this getting in the front door so you can do something else?
I mean, I think this is ripe for a turf expansion, right?
Mhm.
Depends.
Because
how
the
y'all
number
are-
one thing we were trying to get from him was funding, right? Like,
Okay. So if we do you want to go to him and then like get funding to set up a tavern? Because that would be a claim we could get, and it's high on our priority list.
it was
So
that's
less
right.
because initially I think the talk was getting in close to disrupt the Baron's operations. That wouldn't be the goal. You're not looking to do that this job. You're looking to
That's
just
the long game.
That's long
Yeah.
game, yeah.
Yeah.
But we got to
Yeah.
get him on our side and actually like invested in what we're doing before we're like, oh, and by the way,
Right.
Yeah.
So like
fuck your
last
other boss.
game, last job was us trying to like get rid of like our competitor so that he comes back to our place.
Yes.
Like, is that already happening? Is he already showing up?
No,
and doing
that
stuff?
is-
Or do we have
you-
to convince him to do that?
that is you will have to do that. You have essentially
Okay.
eliminated the competition as a setup maneuver for this next part of the score. This whole score was essentially like a two-parter. The way I was looking at it is the first part was getting rid of the business that he was investing all his money in, and now you need to do something with that. So
All right.
Okay.
right? So we have a lot of evidence about
Yes.
Vereen and everything.
and y'all still want to essentially pass that on to the ink rakes to set yourself up to be in a good place when you approach Captain Pansia about this
Yes.
opportunity.
Yeah,
Okay.
to really just drive that.
feel like
One,
we
to
could
make the Ingrates not hate
maybe-
us so much, but also to like drive that last nail in the coffin of like Vreen and his business. Like he's done. He's done so.
And I feel like we could probably try and time it appropriately of we're coming to Pansia with this insider info of, hey, this is happening. And then time it if he's like, no way. And then the Ingrates
story
break the
comes
story. And then we have some credibility that we've built up with him.
Mm-hmm.
Regarding business practices and also trustworthiness.
Okay. So, before we get into all that, was there anything anybody wants to do? Any conversations need to be had unrelated to the next score?
Fume is still walking around the jewelry box with how to break bad news to your friend for dummies.
I feel like at this point, Fume is writing that book.
Yeah.
The most important thing to do is not panic. Oh, I'm panicking so much!
I'm not bringing up the demon shit until I have something concrete in my hands. So
Okay.
I have a conversation that could happen eventually, but I don't think now's the time.
All right. Down to business.
Down
To defeat the
business.
business time.
So let's go ahead and
Business
talk about what
business.
your next score is going to be and get into that. All right.
Are we finally doing a social one?
It seems to be what we're.
Think so.
Could be. Oh! Is this the one where we have Lord Skurlock hold a party?
Yes.
Because
Okay,
then
okay.
we could invite everybody that we need to talk
Invite
to.
all the investors, including
Yeah.
Pansia, so he doesn't think that we're like honing in on him. We're just
Yeah.
up our business opportunities in general.
Ooh.
Plus party.
I'm in.
Okay. So we could do that. So we're looking at a social approach then.
Mhm.
The music got very
Oh yeah, that's not.
Wistful?
reflective.
Is this the
Yeah.
song I want? Maybe. No, we're gonna go back to just the jazz stuff.
Jazz.
Yeah, because that's absolutely what we're doing right now. We're negotiating, bargaining, and persuading.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
doing all those things.
All the things.
All right. Then let's figure that out. God, I feel like this one almost writes itself. So, provide the social connection.
Lord Skurlock, baby.
Lord Skurlock.
I will talk him into it if I have to. Party at Skurlock's.
Well, that'll be what the engagement rules for.
Oh yeah, to see if Skurlock.
Well, what
is
if we
into it.
fail? Does he just say no?
No, it's just how well it goes. Like it's your approach. Like the conceit here is that like you've done that. Like we're just gonna go forward saying if it was impossible or if I don't think you have to persuade Skurlock to do it.
I just
he's
thought
your
it
patron.
was a really funny idea that
If he was
came
just
back
like,
and was like, well,
You know,
he
I
said
like
no.
my private space. I just
Motherfucker's
don't.
got a demon in his
Nah.
basement. Like, he
Nah.
probably,
Well, here's the question:
probably a reason he's
you're
not
having
having parties.
Skurlock's not going to hold the party at his home.
No.
but
Okay, that makes more sense.
He'll rent a ballroom or some
I was-
shit.
No,
We'll
no,
take it to
no.
the Marriott,
Well,
you
I
know.
was
Did
like,
y'all
somebody
not
wants
No,
us
no,
off for some
we fix up-
hanky-panky and just
We
find the
fix
demon.
up
We fix up the
Jewelry
jewelry
box!
box.
that's what I was assuming is y'all would have it there.
Rad.
We fix
Okay.
up the jewelry box.
Oh, which means I gotta spend some coin and bust this place out.
Well,
Daddy
that,
Skurlock is for.
that would definitely, once we do the engagement roll, that would be something to do as part of a flashback. If you want to fix things up.
We really gotta like lean into the like cabaret vibe, right?
Yes.
A
A little
okay.
glitzy, a little glamory.
Very red.
Still, yeah, very red. Very red. Trademark color.
Mhm.
So, let's talk item loadouts. Well,
Light,
everybody,
probably.
everybody pick
Yeah,
their
a little
light.
light. Yeah,
right.
it's a party.
But don't forget, 2 free.
2 freebies.
What? I I never unchecked my burglary gear. I was like, what the hell?
Then let's do figure out our dice for the engagement roll. Start off with 1 die for sheer. Actually, you know what we need to do first.
Do we need to do
We're gonna
any
do a setup
gather
maneuver.
infos?
I don't know. Y'all have gathered all the information.
Kind of already gathered it, yeah.
What we need to do is the setup maneuver with the ink rakes.
Oh yeah.
So that'll determine your position here. Page 134. So when you perform a setup action, you have an indirect effect on obstacle. If your action has its intended result, any member of the team who follows through with your mover gets 1 effect or improved position on the roll. So yeah, it doesn't. There's no specific check here. It's just how y'all are approaching the ink rakes with this information ahead of time.
I summon
Who's
a
doing
ghost to take it to the. No, I don't do that.
I devise a device that catapults the information to them.
Guys, it's obvious. We send a Grackle.
Oh shit.
Oh, fuck.
Come on.
Yeah,
A little bird told them.
a
Come
little
on.
bird literally told him.
What if we hired Timmy?
Like it's an anonymous tip. It's like, show up at this party. There's gonna be some big news. Like you're gonna get your scoop.
The newscap boy just running over. Hey there, mister. I heard there's a party with a scoop.
Ooh, now so that's interesting. Do we invite some of them to the party and then pass the information to them? Like, you're the only journalists we have here. It's all yours.
It's 4 separate meetings with 4 different people, and we're all informants for this one thing that's happening.
They're like, this must be something big. Like,
It's
we're getting
happening
all
in
these
different
tips.
rooms.
Are y'all
that.
actually? Here's my question: are you actually inviting other investors? Well, no, we're not. That's planning. We're not going to do that.
We're not planning.
Yeah, can't plan it.
Uh,
Setting up.
So let's get into.
Are we
let's
going
do
to
the
invite
setup
them?
action.
Is that the route we're taking?
What?
It wasn't what I
Invite the ink
envisioned, but I
rakes?
like it quite a bit.
Invite the ink rakes? Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay.
I'm
great.
thinking we're inviting everyone.
Yeah, because it's like, Lord Skurlock, who is a recluse.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that in and of itself might get enough people curious just to go to the party in general. To be like,
Oh,
what,
exactly.
Skurlock's gonna be there? I don't think I've
love
even
it.
seen Skurlock before.
I love it. Well, he's a vampire. He can leave whenever he wants.
We say it's invitation only, but we invite everyone.
Make sure to invite Lord Skurlock. He won't be able to come in otherwise.
We should invite Cobb.
All right, who's doing the setup maneuver?
Not I.
This feels like a Salome thing.
I think it's yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
You're gonna have to take the lead on this one.
Some social leverage.
I just gotta say, I ain't got a lot. No, not a lot of pips and resolve, my friends.
This is fair. This is fair.
Mine are mostly in ghosts. So
You want me to?
Science.
You want me to command? I can command.
Well, it depends. If you're doing the grackles, if you're setting the grackles with the information, you could do a command on your grackles to have them.
I'll fucking do it. Yeah.
You
Hell
could
yeah.
do it that way if you wanted.
All right,
to
how
be
do you want me to-
anonymous.
Oh wait, so
I
one
know
of us
it
could
is.
help though, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same as any other action. You can still assist
just-
if you want to spend stress.
Could
I
I
just go-
roll to make a neon sign inside of Lord Skurlock's that says free money?
I'll assist whichever Grackle. I think we're gonna have to audition the Grackles. We're gonna have to pick the most
Pick the best Grackle.
the most photogenic,
charismatic.
charismatic.
You guys
Just
know
that
that's
that
moonshine.
it Grackle, that it Grackle.
The
That
it
has that it
Grackle.
factor.
You guys
Okay.
know that's moonshine.
Moonshine.
I might have
is
to break
on
that.
parole.
Yeah,
Is moonshine
moonshine's-
on probation, and this is how he gets his groove back.
Maybe.
I don't know. Is that a fortune roll?
I think the most charismatic Grackle is Cashmere.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That one is Salome's personal Grackle.
Cashmere.
That one's been training for this.
I think
watching
so.
Salome.
Literally preening. Okay.
All right. So you've got 2 in command. This will just be, we'll do risky standards. Anybody assisting?
I will assist. I'll say that by preening up Cashmere, I can
come on,
help
Cash.
Salome.
Johnny Cash.
I am assisting.
All right, let's do this. I'm gonna hit the roll.
Go for it.
That's a failure. I should have gone with moonshine.
Shit.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you're not going to get the bonus for the engagement roll.
I had so many dice.
But it does still happen.
It does still happen. The Grackles still deliver the information to the. I mean, I'm going to say right now, you don't really know what the exact results of this are, but the Grackles do deliver the information to the ink rakes. We'll see how that plays out in the. I think. Ooh, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna say. I'll keep this above table.
Okay.
The Grackles deliver this information to the ink rakes. Maybe you're keeping an eye out from a distance and trying to gauge over the next couple days, like how things react as they're, keeping ear to the ground with how this information travels. I'm going to say with the failure, I'm still going to give you the improvement with the ink rakes, because of just based on the knowledge that you've given this information to them.
Well, so we're not sending everything with the Grackles, right? We were telling them.
What are you not sending?
We were telling them come to the party.
Oh, you were just inviting the party. Oh,
yeah,
no,
it's
no.
it's a hot tip. Y'all need to come here and figure something out.
And you'll get
some
the
big
exclusive.
information.
And you'll get the
we can give them.
exclusive scoop,
I feel like we can give them just a little taste that it's about embezzlement and this and that. Just give them a little something.
Yeah,
but we're not sending them everything.
Interesting.
They have to come to the
never
party.
mind. I'm gonna keep this to myself then, for right now. Okay. So,
Oh no, what we do?
Sorry, I just wanted to clarify before you got
Nope,
too far.
I appreciate it. Just inviting.
all my
them.
Grackles came back, right?
Well, we invited
Yes, they
them
did.
specifically saying, hey, we have this scoop, but, we don't want to put it in writing. You'll get exclusive rights to it, yada, yada, yada. Come to our party. Also, Lord Skurlock will be there.
Yeah.
All right.
Can't miss it. Lord Skurlock.
Or can you?
Let's see. Let's
Don't
go ahead
show
and
up
do
and
our
write a tabloid about Skurlock.
roll.
That'd be really funny.
You get 1 die for sheer luck. Is this operation particularly bold or daring?
It's on our home turf.
Yeah, it's associating our patron.
Is it bold?
Is it daring?
I think it's bold.
I think it's bold to be literally inviting people
To your home
to
turf.
home base.
Yeah.
Which we have rarely done so far. We're literally
I mean, we don't
opening
have
up
it-
the doors.
We don't have a demon in our basement, but we do have Cobb.
Not yet.
Yeah.
working on
So
it.
I'll give you the
Working
die
on the
for
demon.
that. Is this operation overly complex or contingent on many factors? I think so. You're relying on the ink rakes getting there, being on your side. You're relying on the all the social machinations of the Captain Panzia being there, using this information to sway him, and also the ink rakes.
Come to think of it, we're almost at war with these people. Yeah, this is definitely daring.
Pretty daring. They're
Yeah.
generally the ink rakes are looking for ways to fuck you over right now. So
Yeah, we're taking a
If
big.
this goes
Yeah,
poorly,
this
goes
is-
very poorly.
This is pretty daring.
I will call that complex, yeah, because I think we're we've done a lot of setup, but I think there's a lot of individual pieces that we are sort of
Yeah.
really relying on going right.
For sure. And we're trying really hard to make a lot of pieces come together at once. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. This
Okay.
is complex.
So that
This
brings
is the
us
complex
to
one.
that brings us back to one die. Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest?
Money.
Money.
They've already been tricked by an embezzler once.
Yeah. Is this target's strongest approach, or do they have particular defensive special
No,
preparations?
we
I'll
know
say
they
no.
don't.
We know they're
Yeah.
pretty weak guys.
This is
are any of your
a
friends,
complex situation,
Yeah,
but we
Exhibit
are
A,
holding all
bring
the
it.
cards.
Are any of your friends or contacts providing aid or insight for this operation?
Yes.
Yeah.
Skurlock.
Yeah, we got Skurlock.
Are any
Skurlock.
enemies or rivals interfering with this operation?
Maybe.
Probably.
Maybe.
It doesn't count if we invite them.
Yeah.
Oh, does it?
I'm gonna say you're. I mean.
Okay, I think
Yeah.
it counts, but then I think we should also get an extra boldness die.
No, you
I
don't
keep
get
on-
extra.
I
There's
keep
not
on
a
looking at
Super
that
Bowl
command
die?
roll.
No.
Like, they're
Wow.
probably going to be a problem.
You don't support us in our endeavors. You don't give us a super boldness die,
No. I'm not gonna invent
which
new
is
dice to give you.
clearly in the rulebook. I read the whole thing.
Are there any other elements you want to consider?
I would like to
Um,
consider whether or not we should do this.
This is a
The
big
answer is
step,
yes.
y'all.
If we can't
This
have
is-
a Super Bowl die, then I think we should get an italicized die.
Or at least an underlined die.
Now, if we pitch
Come
this
on.
as a sports thing, can we get a Super Bowl die?
Oh my god. Superb owl die?
We're throwing a Super Bowl
We
party. Everyone
have-
loves Super Bowl parties.
We could
We're
dress
gonna
one of the
go with the
Grackles
two
up as an
dice.
owl.
Superb
We're gonna go with two
owl?
dice.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll this, and we're gonna see what y'all's position is.
That
I've
Cashmere
got
would make a
serious brain
superb
squirrels
owl.
today, guys.
They're
Yeah, it
Grackles.
seems like everyone does. All right.
Yo! Mixed success.
A 4.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
I'll take
Mixed
it.
result.
Way
in a
better than
risky
the last
position
one.
when the action starts.
Yeah.
Before we get into the engagement, do you want to do a flashback to
To decorate.
or anything?
Yes.
We need to impress the investors.
Absolutely. We definitely need to spruce this place up.
And it's got to be actually classy, not that like gold.
Not the chintzy, not
Yeah.
not Vreen's
Yeah, yeah,
bullshit. Like we
gotta be
need
real.
to.
Actually,
It's got to be real,
We're
which
putting
means
in a
it'll.
chandelier. We're changing out the curtains.
Yeah, like we
I'm
are
gonna-
fixing this place up. I will put personal coin into this.
Well, so the way
Fancy
we'll
rug.
handle this is I'm not gonna do stress for this because this is an ordinary action. You had easy opportunity to do this, so there's no stress involved. You're gonna roll somebody will roll their wealth here.
Oh.
Okay.
One of you guys. Mine's not.
Yeah,
I
who's got the
ain't here
most?
yet.
So you roll one die for each full line that you have.
So we're all kind of the same right now. So I would roll 2.
I would also roll 2 because I just filled out meager.
I
Same.
would roll 1. So y'all got to take care of this one.
Okay.
Salome?
I will do
I'm
it.
gonna tell my story. Yeah.
Roll 2.
This is gonna be. Well, so first of all, we'll do risky. Yeah, it's not desperate. Well, it's pretty cool. We're gonna go controlled standard effect. Do you want to add any dice to the roll?
Yes. I will. Could I push myself?
Yeah, you can either push. Or
Are you able
devil's
to
bargain.
assist,
I
on a
assist.
wealth roll? Yeah, can you assist?
Yeah,
on
you can
this?
assist on any roll.
You throw more money at it.
Yeah, well, I was gonna
Yeah,
say like I think
You still have to spend stress and stuff. It's the same as any. It's the same as any attribute roll. You're just the attribute is your
yeah,
money.
I think either Glass or Grackle would probably be like primed to assist with this because like we know the clientele of this place and like what what
Yeah.
would be impressive and all those things. So
Okay.
All right.
So I'm rolling 3.
do you want to help or do you want me to help?
I don't have any stress right now, so let me help.
Okay, so
We'll do,
one
we'll do
stress.
like a Disney princess situation. The
Oh,
birds
yeah.
are helping to redecorate.
Yeah, I love that.
So one
And,
stress and
and you've
Salome.
seen two of them go by with a broom because Grackle said she'd do that.
So that's 3 dice, and then are you pushing yourself, Salome?
Oh, I can push and be assisted?
Yeah.
Oh,
We make
hell yes.
Moonshine
Yes.
has to clean the windows,
Yes, that's Moonshine's.
which
thing.
feels like, now that I've said it out loud, an extremely big fuck you to a bird.
Clean this so well that you will run into it and harm yourself later. That
Clean
is
this
your
so
job.
well that you want to fight it because you can see your reflection.
That's when you know you're done.
Yep.
Amazing.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
so I'm rolling 4. Is it 2 stress to push or 1?
It's 2.
2? Okay.
And it's 2 stress for an assist as well, right?
No, it's 1 stress for an assist.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
That's a lot more economical. We should be helping each other out
Yeah,
All
we should.
the time. Okay.
all the time.
Oh yeah, because I only took the one for the helping
Don't
to
we have-
summon a demon into the.
We don't have the. Do we have the 6s across the board?
No,
Not yet.
No.
not yet.
But that is, well, it's a 5, 5, 1, 6.
Okay.
So
you
we
got
do have a
six.
6.
Cool.
Being able to roll like 4 dice is so good.
It's so good.
Then I
It's
feel
like,
great.
that's what the mechanics of the game are meant for.
It feels good. It feels good. I feel like we've earned
Uh,
it.
Okay. I'm checking something here real quick. All right. So the with a 6, here's what I'm going to do. So I'm starting a clock for this job. That is to convince Panzea to buy into your shop. With a 6, you get 3 ticks on that clock.
Oh, hell yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. How big
this
of a
is
clock
12. It's a 12-segment clock.
is it? Okay, we can do that.
Yes.
Oh my god.
The slices are so little.
So before I want you to describe to me what Salome does to the shop before I set the position.
All right. I mean, we're familiar in One More Multiverse of the place when we started was quite dingy. We were just working on the basics.
Oh yeah, how can we see it so I can show Chad again? It's been a while.
Oh yeah.
This is the before. And you're gonna have to imagine the after because we don't have one of those.
No, not yet.
It's going.
Thank you.
Yeah. So the thought being, again, we're not rich by any means, but we have some means at this point, especially, if we're all helping out a little bit here. So the idea being the place becomes spick and span. We can clean the shit out of it. It's getting cleaned up. We're gonna repair broken floorboards. We're going to, any floorboards we can't quite repair, we're getting a decent rug to throw over them. Like, the new refurbishments will be probably simpler, again, because we don't have all the money in the world, but they will be good. They will be solid. They will be real. None of this fake bullshit. And we will create the aesthetic of something streamlined and, simple, but elegant. Elegance is the idea here.
So where we come into this job, the jewelry box is alight. The floors polished, light fixtures replaced, the bar gleaming, fully stocked behind. You have essentially set this up as almost like a reopening of the jewelry box. I'm imagining. My question for y'all: is there any clientele there? Like, is this a closed door like reopening? Like, this is it like invites only for event?
Yeah,
or,
like a soft reopening after like a big refurbishment. Like a friends and family night.
So like
friends, family at the brothel.
regulars.
Look, all right.
Our regulars, our favorites, right? I think.
Yes.
I think get an invitation.
Friends and favorites. There you go. I think that's more
Will
appropriate for
is
the
invited.
brothel. Yes, Will is invited.
He's a
If
favorite.
some of us saw our family here, that'd be very concerning, all things considered.
Look, they're just supportive. They're not like necessarily taking part other than the bar.
Well, no,
brother's
it's just
dead.
that some of us have extremely dead family.
Yeah, that too.
Wait. It's
Melbeer
the way
can be
you
invited, right?
It's the way you guys are getting paid me, but the way you guys have family.
So the it is lightly populated in here. A few dozen people, your close acquaintances, your
We need those good
regular
testimonials
clients,
from our regulars.
There's
as well
definitely
as
a dress code because we want everybody to look really impressive.
as well as the courtesans and workers that visit as well, like the your top tier employees here at the Jewelry Box are all in attendance tonight. Music playing from a phonograph in the corner, and Lord Skurlock looking a little out of place, but is leading the sort of social leading the social activity for the evening, as everybody is sort of buzzing in to shake hands with one of the most prominent figures in Duskfall.
If he's amenable, I do want to be seen with him.
Sure, that works.
If not, I won't push it.
No, that is totally fine.
Stay on his arm and be the extrovert friend.
I'm the arm candy. I bring him. I set him up. He knocks him down.
A little bit of dream smoke pouring out of the back lounge. The
Where
air
Salome is definitely holding court. This is her place to shine.
We've got some real like Fae bullshit going on tonight.
Shortly before, Captain Panzia has arrived with a small entourage of upper class, like nouveau riche types in tow. A elegantly dressed yet swarthy gentleman with a sort of a flamboyant coloring of like greens and blues to his outfit, and a very wide brimmed hat that he wears with a large feather extending off the top of it. He carries a cane that he as a fashion statement that he walks with into the bar. Everything has mostly gone off without a hitch here until the ink rakes arrive. You see a small, equally well-dressed contingent having received your invitation. However, what you didn't expect is the leading this small like group of three that have come into your bar is the head of the paper, editor-in-chief, Fabian Pierce, who is the like a head correspondent, head editor of the paper, a very stern looking, very thin gentleman, with a very like is wearing a nice suit with a very high collar, like very focused eyes peering over his spectacles as he immediately clocks every important person in the room, and he steps into the bar, and walking up behind him, you see Master Vreen, who seems to be joining him for this evening. Well dressed, but you can see some bruises, a little bit like healed bruises on his face, and he's walking with a bit of a limp, and he has a terrible scowl on his face as he comes into the bar.
Oh god,
Does
I
he
love embarrassing
have-
people in person.
Does he have an invitation?
He seems to have come with Fabian Pierce, who was invited.
Ooh, are we doing +1s?
I'm gonna do a Scott Pilgrim here.
That's up to y'all. Y'all can decide what you do in the situation, how you react to this.
It seems very early to cause a scene.
However, we're gonna go ahead and take our break here.
Can I ask you one question?
Sure.
Does Fabian Pierce, which is the coolest name I've heard in a while, have a mustache?
A very like a pencil mustache.
Follow-up
course he
question,
does.
is he played by J.K. Simmons?
Oh, no.
Yes, please.
Did we get pictures of Spider-Man?
Is he-
Oh my god! If we have pictures of Spider-Man, then we can totally win this. In
We've
social
got
encounter.
this.
Is he
Y'all,
J.
Fume, you got the
Fabian
pictures,
Pierce?
right?
Is he J.J. being Jeers?
I'm gonna think about that. I'm gonna
Okay.
think about whether or not I can do a
Just grab some YouTube clips during
Yeah.
break and just
They're
study.
they're all just literally pictures of Fume in a Spider-Man costume.
I had an entire conversation with somebody about J. Jonah Jameson today and how much I champion him, even when he's acting like a dick, but we can talk about that on break.
Okay.
That's why that just happened.
Well, let's go ahead and take our break, and we'll come back and find out exactly who this man is. Thank you, everyone out there, for watching. We'll be back in a few minutes. We're going to go refresh ourselves real quick. We advise you to do the same. But we'll be back here real soon to continue our session, so stay tuned. And welcome back, Internet. Thanks for hanging out with us while we took our break. We're going to go ahead and jump back in as the social event of the season at the Jewelry Box is currently in full swing. A event, I guess a intimate event with some close friends of your crew and acquaintances, as well as some potential marks. And having just walked in through the front door is none other than Fabian Pierce, the editor-in-chief of the Ink Rakes, and head of the paper, along with one Master Vreen, who has, I guess, a bone to pick with y'all in a few ways, potentially.
He's in our house now.
And as he comes in the front door, or walks in, you see Fabian, Mr. Pierce, looks over the like bar area. I don't know where everybody is positioned. I know Salome says she was in the back. Some of you up front. Glass, you are there with Skurlock, so you're probably near like the entrance. Is Fume tending bar?
Yeah.
Okay. And Grackle is doing Grackle things, right?
Yeah,
In the
Grackle
Grackle
is Grackle's in the Grackle corner, but she's at least better dressed this time.
All right. The
In fact, I think that she's watching the door. She's not like the doorman, but she is watching the door. And the moment that she sees the editor-in-chief come in, she starts moving to go tell Salome that he's arrived, and then sees Vreen, and then double times it and lets her know that, like, not only is the editor-in-chief here, also fucking Vreen is here.
and Fabian sort of moves to the social group like that has Skurlock, and it says, well. This is the Jewelry Box, huh? Hi, Fabian Pierce, the editor-in-chief of the Ink Rakes. It's a pleasure to meet you, Lord Skurlock. Skurlock says, I haven't read a paper in some time, but I am familiar with your publication. It's nice to to finally meet you. I have received some of your correspondence over the last several years regarding interviews. I will promise I'll be back in touch with you at some point on those.
You have to
Fabian-
excuse his lateness. He does things on his own timetable.
That's all right. I understand. You got a lot going on. We'll talk later. Gotta go rub elbows. Oh, look over there. And it moves over to the, immediately, leaves the social circle to go talk to somebody else, and moving around, Vreen kind of stops for a second. He looks at, he's following along with Fabian, but it stops in front of Lord Skurlock for a second, says, you'll have to excuse my friend. You can call me Master Vreen. And I think he kind of eyes you for a second, Glass, but then passes over you, having not seen you. Or no, did you?
No,
you did
he's
meet him.
seen my ass.
Oh no, he did. I forget he did see you.
Yeah, I was
he
waiting for
passes
that.
over you for a second and locks eyes with you.
I just smile like I've never seen this man in my life.
He does the same. And says, I forgot he had says, I'm gonna have to go follow my friend here. But I'm sure we'll talk more throughout the evening. Pleasure. And he leaves as well. Skurlock looks down at you. Glass says, friends of yours?
No. The Inkrakes. Well, this is sort of an olive branch to get them to not burn us to the ground. And, well, I'm trying to decide if at this point, if I have told him, yeah, we just robbed that guy. I definitely told him.
Sure.
Told him about the dog.
He is your patron.
And, well, I'm sort of hoping I can just gaslight Vreen into thinking I'm someone else.
He, Skurlock thinks on that for a moment and says, well, I'm going to continue my duties here as the host of this event. Please don't make too much of a mess.
I wouldn't dream of it. At least, not while standing next to you. Which I can leave you be if you prefer.
No, I'm quite enjoying your company. But if you have other business to attend to, please do not feel obligated to remain in my company.
Oh, spending time with you is never an obligation.
Mm-hmm.
Not really.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend to.
I'm sure I will at some point, but for now, I'm here. And also, I'm not Glass. Who am I today? Vreen knows me as...
Yeah, you're not Iris today
Not
either.
Iris.
Yeah, you can't be Iris today.
Violet. I'm Violet.
Love it.
Violet, then. Right. So the two of you continue your conversation.
Before this shit goes sideways,
Grackle.
I just want to remind everyone that we have security. That is literally a mechanical thing that we have.
It is both physical and magical. So
We
Yes.
haven't really needed them, but that's an excellent reminder.
We have a scene where Grackle walks in on Salome, and leans over her and whispers something in her ear. She's informing her of who has just arrived.
she nods graciously, smiles, thanks Grackle, and then very quietly says, "Get Vreen here if you can."
Grackle sort of nods and then stalks away.
If Grackle passes by the bar, there is a glass of whiskey that just slid along the countertop into her hand as she walks
just
by.
just without breaking a step, she just grabs it, downs it, and then smacks it back onto the table, slides it back into his hand.
Oi, careful, those are new.
course they are.
It's all new, y'all. All of it.
Vreen his last name?
Yes, you just know him as Master Vereen.
All right, sure, cool.
Is this motherfucker's first name Master?
It's Masters Vreen. Masters J Vreen.
So Grackle's gonna like step up to where is Vreen in this?
He's
social
currently hanging
situation?
along with. He seems to be keeping pretty close to Pierce.
Okay. Cool. Grackle's gonna pour 2 more glasses of whiskey. And then she's gonna walk over to him.
Okay. He's currently like he's standing next to Fabian Pierce as they're engaged in some small talk with
Just
some of the
holding
other-
both glasses, double fisted, like taps him with a pinky.
He turns to face you and says, right, can I help you?
Ain't you Mr. Vreen?
Master Green, yes.
Same difference. Miss Salome wants to see you.
Right. One second. And turns back to get Fabian's attention, who joins in. He looks to Fabian and says, they say that Salome wants to talk with me. And Fabian says, Right. Well, we kind of assumed that'd be happening this evening, but why don't you let's schmooze a bit? We're gonna go talk to some other people, and why don't we circle back on that? Thanks for the drink, though. And he takes the one of the drinks out of your hands.
Yeah.
And he says, "We'll make time for her later."
All right. Grackle hands the other drink to Vreen. Because absolutely that first drink was not for the editor.
Can I spin a
He
stress
takes the
to
other one.
flashback?
Sure.
I'm putting a laxative in that drink.
Oh!
In the drink that Pierce just took, or that Vreen just
Breen.
Vreen.
took? Okay.
Joke's
'Cause
on
the
you,
first-
I coded the glass.
Oh god. Because the drink that the editor or that Pierce just took was definitely for Grackle. The other one was definitely for Vreen.
Okay.
The bloopers of this is Fume sliding the glass over to Grackle, and then she downs it, and then just looks on in horror.
Terrible.
About to
All right,
wreck this man's insides.
I'm gonna say so this flashback, we're probably gonna have to roll for you creating this concoction, right? Because do you have something like that in your
Oh, let me go
repertoire?
look if diuretics are a thing inside simple crafting.
Well, we can do it as just a tinker. I just didn't know if any of your normal concoctions that you get as part
No,
of
it
your load.
would. I don't think so.
Um,
They're all combat effective, not haha. I'm just a silly little guy. You think I'd have those would be freebies, but no, I have to roll to be a silly little guy.
yeah, because you're.
I can make him feel like he's drowning.
Oh god.
I can make it so that he's blind for a while.
No, I'm willing to go with this effect. I'm fine with that. I was just debating whether I needed to, because your bandolier.
It says one of the simple creations. So it would be like drown powder, eye blind, skullfire, stand still.
Okay.
I like this because if he doesn't come over, then he ends up having to go to the restroom in distress, and the restrooms are closer to the lounge area, so we can go check on his well-being and have a
Like, oh
conversation.
my god, are you
Did this-
okay?
Did this not happen in this game, or was that in Ward 47, where
What?
it was Ward 47 where we were using bathrooms to ambush people?
Oh no, we've
Oh
done
no,
it in
we
this
did
game
it in this
too.
game too.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There was a whole like coming in and out of a bathroom window situation when we were haunting that place.
Bathrooms
right.
are fire alarms in this one.
I mean, it just says when you employ an alchemical or bomb for your bandolier, choose one from the list or one of your custom-made formulas.
I haven't really gotten into making my own custom formulas aside from like the super heal.
Yeah.
So like, do you want to make Miralax or?
I think for this, I will just let you do using one load on your bandolier. If you spend that right now, that'll be fine. I will have you do a. You will need stress or to take stress for this.
Okay.
Because it's a flashback.
Yeah, and it's something that like it's an unlikely opportunity. Not necessarily like this is something. It's easy that you would have thought about this like when it was coming up, but a little more planning here would have been needed. So I'm gonna say 1 stress on this one.
Okay.
But there isn't really a check I think I need to make here. You just kind of do that. So
Do you start a new clock?
no, I'm not gonna start a clock for Reen's.
Oh, because you never know
incontinence.
exactly when it's gonna hit.
Yeah.
That seems like a fortune roll.
Oh no.
Yeah, should I do a fortune roll to see whether he's built up a
Please.
tolerance to
So iocane powder.
iocane powder?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'm just gonna fortune roll to see how fast this hits him.
Roll for
Lord.
doom.
We're really doing poop jokes today, huh?
Oh yeah.
Guess so.
Failure.
Now wait, is that bad for us or is it
That's
bad
bad
for
for
him?
y'all.
That's
Oh,
bad for
damn
us.
it.
man.
Yeah, whenever I roll fortune, it's
for us.
y'all,
Always for us.
not
Damn
for
it.
them.
Yeah.
So yeah, he drinks. There's no effect, no immediate effect yet.
Damn.
Fate said, "This is what you get for poop jokes."
He was
Yeah.
ready.
Oh, he probably doesn't trust his drink. Is probably what it is.
Yeah, he kind
Yeah.
of sips at. Ooh, that's a good point. Yeah, he kind of sips at the drink a little bit, but he doesn't just down it. You
Oh
can
yeah,
see
because he
is
didn't get it from the bar. He got it straight from Grackle.
Yeah. a little suspicious of this, but he has the
I've seen
drink.
you
I'm not gonna
played
say.
this game before.
I'm not gonna say he just like sets it down or like rejects it, but he seems to be
Polite
less
sip, right?
focused on drinking right now.
He's nursing it.
Yeah. He wants to keep a clear head. I wonder why.
Mm-hmm.
What he didn't reckon is that the the laxatives in the ice cubes.
What
I
he
also
didn't
saw that
realize.
episode of Detective Conan.
I was gonna say what he didn't realize was the poison was in the Grackle's hands all along. They're armed with syringes.
So what
Anyway.
are y'all doing? There's a job to do.
I
here.
don't know.
FYI.
I'm not
Sure
very
is.
social. Y'all talk it up. I'm gonna be here
What-
making
so-
poop jokes.
Don't forget. Well, if things to remember here, because there's some mechanics that we haven't used a lot. We did do one at the beginning. Setup actions are a big thing that y'all really haven't done a lot. You've done assists, but you can do full setup actions if like there's something that Fume or anybody else wants to do to make things easier. Basically, the effect is that if you succeed on a setup action, then anyone who capitalizes on your setup gets a +1 to their effect or their position.
Right.
I'm-
If we
Okay.
run out the Panzea clock before any of this bullshit can happen, then like all the better. So let's start working on that.
Okay. Could
yeah, I
we
had a thought about that too. But go ahead.
I did as well. No. Well, mine actually might be a setup for glass. So what was your idea?
Oh, well, I was gonna say because we established a while ago that Captain Panzea like used to be a patron of the jewelry box.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mhm.
And then, so I was thinking I might play on that a little bit, and when he is sort of in between conversations or whatever, approach him like an old friend you haven't seen in a while. Oh, Theo, it's been so long since you came to visit me. You know, that kind of thing.
That would actually fit really well with what I was thinking to set up Glass,
Okay.
which would be to, go over, kisses on both cheeks to Theo. It's been so long, blah, blah, blah. Look at
Glass
all
is still
the.
working here.
Exactly. Like, we've made a lot of improvements, but, the important things are still very much the same. Do you remember Glass? Like,
Sid, maybe at some point during that conversation, Fume can walk up and be like, excuse me, miss, there seems to be a small problem with the coinage. It appears that, polite company drags you away, tells you that
Here
the
are my
counterfeit-
credentials.
Here are my credentials. Come back. Oh, by the way, someone gave my boy fake coin, blah, 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 blah. And then we'll pile on top of that.
Gasp, the
Oh,
counterfeit.
Yeah.
It's all coming together.
it's all coming
Yeah,
together.
Just like, okay, all right, yeah, okay. Call
like
him out
this.
in the middle of our party. Like, how dare you? Counterfeit money?
Well, he didn't give us coin specifically, but we're laying the breadcrumbs that there is counterfeit coin circulating in the city.
Okay, all right.
I
Okay.
like it. I like it.
Okay. It's all coming together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Set me up, mistress. I'll knock him down.
All right. Setup roll. This may
So
be
what
the
is
first time we've done
what are you
this.
doing? Describe what Salome does.
Salome is gonna go schmooze with Theo. Say hello. Welcome him, and then invite him on a quick, not a tour. He's got stuff to do. He's talking to people, but just let him focus on a lot of the improvements and like the new furnishings. But the important things have stayed the same.
Yeah, well, let's play
You'll
it
remember
out.
Glass.
So
Okay.
you approach. What do you do?
Captain, it's been a long time.
He's got a a draft of like brandy or something that he's sipping on. He turns to face you. He says, "Well, I'll be Salome. Is that you?"
You old so-and-so. You know it's me. Your sight hasn't gone quite yet.
It certainly can't be you because you haven't aged a day, and it's
Oh.
been years now, hasn't it?
Flattery will get you everywhere in this city. That's for damn sure. Go embrace, kiss,
Yeah.
kiss.
Just like cheek kiss, yeah.
Mhm.
He says, "Well, the jewelry box is looking amazing. It's even better than I remember from my days here as a sailor. I obviously moved up in the world and frequenting some other rubbing shoulders with important people,
Naturally,
you know.
naturally.
But I do hate that it's been so long since I've been back to my old haunt."
Oh, well, we are certainly very glad to see you, and thank you. The place has changed quite a bit. The furnishings, the candelabras, the things of that nature. The bar situation, I think even for someone as knowledgeable as yourself, is very much up to snuff.
It is. It really is something to behold. I definitely need to make sure that I come back more regularly than I have in the past.
Well, most importantly, I would say that the essentials have definitely stayed the same, and then just sort of move her eyeline over to Glass, I'm assuming standing very gracefully yet provocatively over in the corner.
Tying a cherry stem with their tongue.
Go ahead and let's do a setup roll then. Sway sounds like kind of what you're angling for. Yeah. Okay. We'll just do risky standard.
Okay. Do I push? Do I want to push this early? Nah, we got this.
All right.
We got this. We got this. We've got this. Well, okay. We've got a 5. We have a mixed success.
Okay. My question here is, does So was Glass? This isn't necessarily important to the role right now. Was Glass working at the jewelry box that long ago, or is Glass just like you're pointing out like we still have like some high level like?
How long ago was it?
I mean, I was imagining this was like in its heyday.
I
Like
feel
this was.
like Glass has been with the jewelry box for at least the past several years.
Glass has been here for 3 years, I think, 2 or 3 years.
Timeline wise, then that might not work out because jewelry
Yeah.
box, I think we said like opened maybe 6 or 7 years ago.
Yeah, and I was imagining maybe back in like the days of like Salia and stuff was like back when the captain was here. But again, that's not necessarily going to affect this. It's like maybe it hasn't met Glass before, but like is familiar with the types of people that you employ here, and like
I was
your-
imagining for
your
this
eye
at
for
least
detail.
that like Glass is definitely his type.
Yeah, sure. He with a mixed success. Here's what I'll say happens then. So he's smiling. He kind of looks over the next. He says, "Really now? Well, I have to say, if you still have the eye for talent that you
Well,
have,
my eyesight isn't going, that is for certain.
well, mine is. So it's something I have to stay wary of. Well, I have to say I'm intrigued.
Oh, they are most assuredly intriguing.
Some introductions might be in order then. But as he is sort of like drawing his attention that way, you hear some footsteps heading your direction, and Fabian Pierce pushes his way into this conversation and says, Captain Panzia, it's good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. He reaches out, like takes his hand. You see Panzia sort of like isn't like is a little thrown off by the overly aggressive approach here. But Fabian kind of pushes through it and says, listen, I have some business to discuss with you. As I'm sure you know, your close acquaintance, Lord John Meriden, was recently appointed to a position with Magistrate. I'd love to get a quick interview with you on that. I want to know.
Yes.
He turns to look at you and says, "Oh, excuse me, I didn't mean to interrupt. Yes,
You did.
right. Well, I
Mr.
apologize for that.
Pierce, this is, if we can at least fall back on our niceties, this is Captain Theopanzia, if you'd like a proper introduction. Captain, as I'm sure you're aware now, this is Mr. Fabian Pierce, the Editor-in-Chief of the Egg Ranks. And it sounds as if he'd like to discuss business at a party meant for people to enjoy themselves.
Oh, I'm just looking for a quick statement. But I understand. Not exactly the most appropriate time for it. So why don't we talk later about this? And we'll talk later in the evening. But if I could just get a brief moment of your time, whenever you have a moment, Captain. And Captain Panzia stops for kind of takes a beat as Pierce stops talking and says, "Well, sure. Why not? I do owe Lord Meriden that. So, Salome, if you don't mind excusing me for a moment, I'm going to discuss with Mr. Pierce here for just a brief moment. And he's
Well mannered as always, Captain, of course.
I do try. Please excuse me." And is led off by Fabian to another corner of the room so the two of them can talk. They'd like sit down across from each other at some of the like sitting chairs in the corner near the lounge and begin to engage in conversation. You see Fabian pulling out like a notepad and beginning to take some notes.
From across the room where I'm conveniently standing. I just smile across at Salome, but it's that doesn't meet the eyes smile, which is really like, you just tell me when to interrupt this. It's just I'll wait for the signal.
Oh, someone's about to get shot.
No, I'm not
The opening. No. The opening is not shoot. The opening is we have some shit to take care
Grackle
of.
goes
Yeah.
completely blank and the gun
opening
comes
is
out.
eyes open, just like.
No, I
The
imagine
fan opening is pay attention, y'all.
Yep.
the fan snaps shut. There's a gunshot. Grackle's on a roof somewhere next door. For
How
some
did
reason.
she even get there?
Suddenly on a rooftop.
She has disassociated, just blinking back her eyes. How did I get here? Anyway.
So, Panzer's been pulled away. I'm going to say the setup action was successful. You did make some connections there. I'm going to say because of we're not going to increase the clock there. I am for the mixed success though going to start a second clock, which is Hansia leaves.
What you guys didn't know about this game is that time management is incredibly important.
It is.
Now, I'm here to talk to you today about time management.
Oh, god damn it. I knew this was another MLM.
I'm sorry. I was just going to say that one joke, and then I said it in a weird MLM voice, so I had to keep talking.
So I
do
started
not like-
Is this all of our years of friendship? Is this what accumulates to another MLM?
No.
I do not like how small
5
that
years
clock is.
of long con.
I know
Yeah.
some of you
Clock.
have known me since 2017. Isn't that crazy,
Okay, I'm
babes?
bringing us back to the game.
Guys, that clock is really small.
I think it's about
so
average.
I started a second clock for Panzia leaving. It's an 8-segment clock, and I marked 1 segment off for this.
Remind me, we can also do things to reduce that clock, correct?
If
Or-
you specifically want to take some actions to reduce an active clock, you can. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But I would say, well, you know what?
Is that why that one's an angry sort
Here's-
of red color?
Actually, here's what I'm going to say for this job. You're either taking actions to get Panzia on your side or things are happening that are causing him to leave. I'm going to say for this that you can't reduce. We're not going to do reductions on that clock. You can only add to the clock that benefits you.
They introduce
okay.
the rule and then immediately take it away.
Well, yeah. So this isn't
Boss fight
necessarily a tug of
mechanics.
war. This is more of there are 2 competing meters and you're trying to fill your meter first.
It's a
Versus,
skill challenge.
Skill challenge,
versus
skill challenge.
sometimes I might create a clock that is you're trying to keep that clock from filling up and you're working to keep it down. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah.
Could I interrogate Salome real quick?
Go for it.
That's a very interesting choice of words.
Fume appears
Where are
next.
the other drugs?
Captain
Where's the
Panzia,
Leviathan
can he
boy?
be trusted? Fume appears next to Salome carrying a plate of hors d'oeuvres. So tell me about this captain. He's at sea for a very long time, been around, Leviathan hunter, that sort of thing.
One of the most outstanding and long-standing captains in the game, really. It's why the Baron wanted him in his pocket.
From this area, may I study Captain Panzia to just bearing? Was he like a military man? Does he just purely do Leviathan hunting?
Sure, you can do that. This could be another setup action that somebody else could capitalize on later if you want to get some glean some information. So I definitely think you can do that. What I'll say for the action that Salome took, like I said, that was success. It was a mixed success, but it was successful. So that is a setup that has been teed up in case Glass wants to capitalize on it. You can do this essentially as something that somebody can capitalize on later on too. So
Because to study him and then figure out what his essentially a very nostalgic drink for the captain, and then make it out of top shelf booze,
interesting. Okay, yeah.
and then serve
Okay.
that to Glass, and then Glass can walk over.
Let's
Can they
do,
both team me up? Is that...
Well, no. So you can only benefit from one. Well, actually, let me check.
Stacking benefits.
Buffs on buffs on buffs. Grackle, what you got? Team me
Well,
up.
so here's what I'm going to say. When your maneuver, Salome gets to choose for the benefit of her maneuver, can either give a +1 effect level or an improved position, which means risky, like desperate risky controlled. So
So if we split the difference,
you could get both. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, multiple follow-up actions to include yeah,
Everybody team me up.
Yeah, because then you can go
And I
in
will
with like
destroy
a
this
like
man.
a full effect, like, you know, position.
I'm about to become this man's patron.
You're about to take this man to church.
Yeah, you are.
So yeah, I'll say you could.
Flesh?
Take me to Snurch.
I'm gonna take him to church.
Reining it in.
So go ahead and do your study roll. Again, this is we'll go with risky standard for this as well.
I'm gonna push myself for some extra dice.
Okay.
The longer we play these kinds of games, the more I just want to get like the words risky standard tattooed on my body somewhere.
It's a 6, baby.
Nice.
I know what this man had for breakfast today.
So what are you looking
House in the
to
window.
glean here?
It's essentially.
Or I guess like ask me a question. That's the way I'll do it. Like, what do you want to know?
Given this man's bearing and like who he is, what's his favorite drink?
So, based on like your understanding of like how Leviathan hunting works, it's like he is the captain of a Leviathan hunting ship. That moniker has a lot more weight than other, like in a modern sense. We would get like a Leviathan hunter captain, somebody who is the commander of, owns a Leviathan hunting ship, is on par with like basically on par with like nobility. Like they hold a very high level of prestige within this within society. So usually like they obtain that from like there is like a naval school that they go to at the I don't remember if it's Dustfall Academy or Charter Hall. It's one of the two.
It's not the Navy, but like West Point, right?
Kind of, yeah. They receive they receive formal training and like
so he's like Dr.
education.
Leviathan Hunter.
Kind of, yeah. So what the reason why I'm talking about that is that like this is not like he has like a swarthy kind of nature to him, like atmosphere to him, but this is a man who enjoys like the finer things in life.
How old is he?
He is in his early 50s.
Okay, so he's a little bit younger than Fume. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks
Definitely getting into Silver Fox territory.
Yeah. He's in his early 50s. And obviously has like lived a harder life. Like he probably looks a bit older than that. But yeah, he looks like a man that enjoys a expensive drink when he is on shore, but he also has the bearing of a man that like before he received his commendation spent a lot of time at sea and has like worked his way to where he is at, so there's maybe capitalizing, a lot of the sailors, like, rum is a popular drink, like a base for drinks that they enjoy. So like a fine rum would probably be something that he would enjoy, would be like his drink of choice.
I actually want to spin it a different way.
Sure.
It's Fume makes something that is basically like a comfort drink for Leviathan hunters out on a job. So it's like warm rum, honey, and lemon.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
You were almost into hot toddy territory now.
Yeah, that there fights the scurvy.
And then there's like a note on it that just reads, "It looks like you could use a bit of something for the nerves because it looks like you need something for the nerves given what you're dealing with, like underneath the tray."
Okay. Sure.
Sorry, the reporter got you over here, dude. Here's something to
We're
shore
comping
up
a
your
drink
spirits.
for you.
So you bring this drink over to him to serve him. And I think immediately upon setting the drink down in front of him with the napkin underneath you, you go to turn away and you hear his voice. He says, "Oi, son." And you turn and you see Captain Panzia looking at you with the drink in hand, and he gives a big grin in your direction. He goes, "Cheers. Thank you."
Compliments of the house, sir.
And he takes a sip of it, and you just see his muscle, his shoulders relax a little bit as he sits back in his chair. Yeah. I am making this guy very personable for somebody that you may kill or fuck over at some point. So
No, no, we
Or
want
fuck.
him. We want him and his money.
Yeah.
sure.
Sure.
Also,
And
who doesn't like
I'll
a working?
fuck
I just know
him.
that he's listen. All I know is that he's on Grackle's hit list.
He is on
So-
a list.
Oh
called
shit, he's on
Venge
Grackle's hit
Quest.
list?
Yeah,
We-
he's on the
We
Venge Quest
had a
list.
conversation, second episode between Salome and Grackle being like,
No,
"Some
we've
of
seen the list now.
Yes. Oh, no,
Yeah.
you know he's on the
Yeah,
list.
yeah.
Yeah, we saw
Yeah,
the
no,
list.
the thing is that the list is we either kill them or we control them. That is the things that we have.
That's
for
the
them.
deal.
Yeah.
And
That
then
is the
Fume pulls out a pocket pistol and caps him right there in front of the reporter. I did it, Grackle!
I'm
Just
glad-
for you!
And
I'm
he
glad you enjoyed
poisoned
your
the glass.
last drink, sir.
Hey, you were supposed to kill me, and that's how you do it, folks. John writes his book.
That would turn this job around real quick if
Oh
suddenly
my
Fume
God.
just murders him.
Yes, no,
In
this,
our place
this
of
one,
business.
This one we're going for control.
Yes.
God.
All
I
right.
did it, Grackle.
Fume pulls off his face as a bigger Grackle underneath it.
Moonshine, no!
Yeah, you pull off your mask and you're just a tiny Grackle.
Fume has been
doesn't make
moonshine the whole
any
time.
sense.
Entire time.
He didn't
just
teach
hear-
them to gamble. He was the one gambling.
To make it even deeper, you just hear,
Okay,
It's not that
so
Fume was moonshine. It's that moonshine.
God, we've gone off on so many tangents tonight.
Fume's been tied up in the
there-
basement
no-
the entire time. He's just been cob
He's been wearing a cob mask
He's
the
like,
whole
"God,
time.
the whole time.
Listen, at least all the tangents have been plot related.
Yeah, that's
Jesus
true.
Christ.
We're not talking about the Lion King
Or flesh names.
or
Yeah.
flesh names,
Or flesh names.
which I had scrubbed from my memory.
I watched today. It's right here.
So yeah, we have 2 setup actions successful on this. So
Okay.
You want me to set you up too? You want to see how I can fuck it up?
I mean, if you got something,
I think
You
only
don't
2
have
is
to.
what we can do, right?
yeah, I mean, you wouldn't really get a benefit from a third one. For-
just the
for
benefit of
this.
watching Grackle try to socialize.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen. Somebody's got to play defense over here.
All
Like,
right. I'll include Grackle in this. In the party's been going on for a long time, and just
oh, do you want me to
just
assist your? I could assist your role.
that's
Yeah.
true. Just for a centering moment.
Yeah.
What do I absolutely need to get out of this guy from this conversation?
Obviously, we want to sway him into being intrigued to come by here more often. Just
course.
in general.
We want his money.
We want his money. We want his patronage. Do we go in for the setup about
Free?
important information that may be pertinent to him and his business dealings?
Do I go in? Do I just go in for the kill on Vreen? Or is that too much for one?
I think we
Maybe-
get him enticed, and then
Yeah, maybe
maybe you can get him back into your personal quarters at some point this evening,
Mhm, mhm.
and then maybe
Here's-
drop the bomb then.
I mean, I can
Yeah,
try to
here's
do
my
that all
pitch.
right now.
Here's my pitch. Like, sort of hint at something going on with Vreen's situation, and like, be like, oh, I mustn't say because Vreen
Yeah,
is in the same room,
That would be
right?
improper of me.
Yeah. So like, just like, give him a taste, and then like, lure him back into the back room
Okay.
to
Okay.
like with promise of like more information
Okay.
And
And sex.
and sex.
your
Credentials.
My
your credentials.
I'll flash my credentials. Okay. All right. Yes. This is good. I can do this. All right. Let me at him.
All right. How do you
Get 'em.
approach?
I wait. I'm gonna wait until he is in between conversations, and maybe
Okay.
until he has finished the drink he already has. I'll have Fume make another one, and one for me, because I can drink from. And I'll approach them.
Okay, so their conversation finishes up, and you see them, both of the men stand. The captain shakes Pierce's hand and begins to head back towards the party where you kind of cut him off there at the pass.
I just casually intercept him. Captain Pansia.
That is me. You are
Tonight, Violet, if it please you.
Violet. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Violet. And he reaches out to take your hand and like kisses your fingers softly, in a
Pass him the
very
drink.
delicate gesture. And then as you hand him the drink, and he says, "Thank you. This is sorely needed. Your barman over there knows how to make a good drink. I haven't had one of these in years now."
He knows his way around the bar, for sure. He's very talented.
Salome tells me that you're one of her best. Have you been working here for long?
Oh, I think 3 years past now, and one of the best, I think, undersells my talents a bit.
I'm sure. If you were able to catch the attention of the Lord Skurlock, I imagine that your talents speak for themselves.
Well, I hate to be too forward, but a man of your stature probably appreciates that. So if you'd like to find out, I'm here for the duration of the evening.
Well, I don't see any rush to head back to the chit-chat. Why don't we sit here and you can tell me more about yourself.
I would love to be in your company for a while.
The two of you move to the one of these little lounges and sit next to each other. He kind of rests his a boot up on the edge of the table and arm back on the chair behind you and says, "So, I imagine I've been in this game for some time that, if Salome puts on a good performance and knows how to make a good show, but I imagine that you didn't find your way over here by happenstance."
No, but if you can believe it, Salome very rarely polices my comings and goings.
That's kind of her. I'm sure that puts shows a lot of trust that she's put in you.
It does, and it also, it makes my work environment all the more pleasant.
Well, I can't imagine a better place for someone in your line of work to be employed. She runs a tight ship.
She does, and it's improving all the time around here. When I started, it was a very different place.
And what made you start here, if I might ask? Somebody with your beauty and skills, as I've heard, I'm sure you could work anywhere in Silkshore or even in Duskwall. What made you choose the jewelry box?
It's true. I could ply my trade wherever I wanted. But it is, well, the clientele, obviously, are charming. At the very least. But it is Salome who keeps us here. She, well, she manages quite well, if I may say so. And she deserves to run an even better place than the jewelry box currently is. It's lovely, don't get me wrong, but everything can use its improvements.
And what does she have in mind?
Well, I mean, the decor is obviously relatively new, which I think really brightens the place up a bit, but there's always more work to be done, expansions, more staff, more contractors of my sort. She is of the mind that no matter how perfect things may seem, there's always room for improvement, and I would have to agree. I think it's a good mindset to be in as a business owner.
It's a fair assessment. As a business owner myself, I can respect that drive to always be better, always be improving. If you don't, well, in my line of work, you get dragged to the bottom of the sea.
There are slightly less terrifying consequences for us, but I would hate to be put out on the street again.
I don't know. I've spent many years in the city. I much rather deal with the Leviathans than half the things going on within the walls of Duskwall.
I can't disagree with you there. But if anyone is running a legitimate and decent business in this city, it's Madame Salome.
I'm going to go ahead and have you make a roll here.
Okay.
I don't care if she's schmoozing. Salome is just like crying for no reason in the corner and doesn't understand.
Can I assist somehow?
You tell me how you assist.
God, I don't know. I've been thinking
Look
of it for a
legitimate.
while now.
Look happy that you're employed by Salome.
Take your employer-sponsored break.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
How long has this guy worked for the Baron?
How long has Captain Panzia has probably been, if we're saying the timeline that he used to be at, take a step back, I think based on how I'm picturing the situation, that when he was coming to the jewelry box, he was probably not a commissioned captain yet. He was probably a sailor, probably like a first mate, somebody of like standing on a Leviathan hunting ship, but didn't have one of his own. He received the funding for his first vessel from the Baron probably in the last 5 years ago or so.
Considering the timeline, is it possible that he recognizes her from her time before the incident?
Here's what I'm gonna say. That's your call. Because there are pros and cons to that.
Yeah.
And 5 years in Duskwall is
A lot.
hard living.
And that guy's eyes is going.
That's like 35 years in Duskwall
And
years.
in Duskwall years, he's ancient.
I feel like it's more interesting if he does.
Okay. Do you come over and because I imagine at this point he has not seen you or like
Yeah.
not really like seen you.
Yeah. I think what happens is that Grackle comes over and refreshes their drinks.
Okay. Then yeah.
And
I'll
there's
give
just a moment where she looks him in the eye for like 1 second and then steps away.
Oh, thank you, my dear.
Go ahead and make your roll, Glass. I was thinking sway.
Sway
probably.
is what I was
There's-
hoping
There's a
for.
reason why
Yes,
this
weigh
costs-
them credentials. Woo!
There's a reason why
and
this
a
costs
third one for
stress
Grackle?
for Grackle.
Yeah, this
Here we
is.
go, baby.
Yeah. Are you pushing yourself or anything? Or you're just taking the one die.
Ooh, should I push it?
You already have 4 dice, right? For a
No, I
tune?
have 2 in
Or
Sway.
no, that's a tune. That's
A tune I have 4. Sway I have 2. Grackle would give me 3.
okay. You can push yourself. Or you can take a devil's bargain.
Oh, 2 devil's bargains in a row?
Have I given you a devil's bargain?
No, I just made a deal with the
Actually,
demon last
bargaining with a devil. But
time?
No, I just
Right.
bargained with a literal devil last time. I mean,
him-
do you guys have a good bargain in the tank? Anybody got
Him
something?
recognizing Grackle sounds like a devil's bargain to me.
But that, I mean,
But you want
Here's-
that to happen.
does that hurt me though?
I am going to say, if you, I'm trying to think of a good devil's bargain here.
If not, I'll push. But I just wanted to know if anybody had anything particularly intriguing. Is it that Grackle's more of his type? No, I'm joking.
I'm going to say what is going to happen here with this devil's bargain is you are about to with this devil's bargain, given what's happening with Grackle and everything, the scene is about to shift here, and you will be put in a situation where you will have to confront Vereen.
Ooh. Like immediately?
Once this kind of scene has concluded.
Because the ultimate work is trying to get Theo alone.
I'm going to say that's going to happen, but you're not going to be the one alone with him.
Ooh, I don't know if I like those odds, actually. Do I know who would be alone with him? Is it Grackle?
Grackle.
How confident do you feel?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Listen, I got myself into this situation. I better get myself out. Let's
Do you wanna?
find.
You can
Yeah,
say
I'm
no. You can say no.
I'm terrified, but like
no
lot
is
more
an acceptable response.
it's a
but
lot
it's
more
your decision.
interesting if we do, right?
But is it fun for you?
Is it worth another dice? Is it worth another dice?
I mean, I can push
Versus
myself.
just pushing yourself.
I can push myself for another dice if I need it.
I'm okay with kicking that can down the road.
Fair.
I'll push myself.
Okay.
We've got too much on the line right now. Like adding that wrinkle could
Okay.
cause some problems.
That's yes. I will let you make that decision because you're the one who has to do it. I'll push myself though, so I'll take a little bit of stress. Maybe drinking a little bit more on the job than they would normally. So focusing up. That gives me 4 dice though.
Okay, 4 dice.
Oh god, I don't know why I'm nervous about this one. Come on, baby. That's 2 6s.
Oh, I didn't set the position. So your position here was controlled,
Wow.
and your effect
was
great.
Bumped.
That's
Yes.
great.
And a critical.
And I've got
and you
2 6s.
critted.
The other 2 were a 1 and a 2.
So that's going to give you 4 ticks.
Oh my gosh.
Um,
I'm good at some very specific things.
you can see the as Grackle brings the drink over. You see Captain Panthea's eyes look up, and he locks eyes with yours for a moment, Grackle. I imagine you're trying to avoid his eye contact.
Yeah, it's like the looking away, and then she glances up, and like he's already looking, so they just stare at each other for a second, and it's like, uh-oh. She just turns around and leaves.
And he just kind of like you in that moment where you make eye contact before he goes away. He just goes, Jack. And you before you pull away, and his eyes come back to you, Glass, as you're finishing your point, and he says, right. Well, I have to say, you are perhaps the best salesperson for Salome that I've ever had the pleasure of spending time with. Whatever she's paying you, it's not enough.
You should tell her that. But really, it's just honesty on my part.
Well, that's a rare commodity here in Dustfall, so that's got to be worth a hefty sum around here getting a taste of that.
I mean, if you'd like one.
Maybe when the evening's frivolities have concluded, we can make arrangements to speak again.
I would like that. And if I may insert one more point of honesty into our conversation before you leave me for others.
By all means.
I don't mean to be crude and force business into a place it's not wanted. So by all means, if you don't want to have this conversation now.
Everything here is business. Some might be more fun than others, but in Duskwall, everything is business.
And I'm glad we understand each other. Because I have also worked with your Master Vereen.
Right. Master Vereen did not go by my attention that he is here tonight. I've got a bit of a conversation that I need to have with him. Why?
Well, before you do so, in my line of work, I come into quite a bit of information. Now, it is very important to me to keep that private and secret between me and my clients, but as Master Vereen is not one of my clients, and you may be, I think it's only fair to tell you that I have some documents of his regarding investments into his business that I think you may want to see.
Well, this goes a bit deeper than I was expecting. Salome really had bigger plans for tonight than I thought.
She's very good at what she does.
No, don't sell yourself short. I'm getting the impression that this may not be a one-person job.
If you'd like to talk business, I will gesture to the door to my private quarters. If at any point you find yourself lingering at my door, I shall join you.
Let me consider this a moment when I freshen my drink. I may take you up on that, though.
Of course. And regardless of business, it really has been a pleasure.
Likewise. Well, please, let's rejoin the conversation, as it were.
Of course, I'm sure Lord Skurlock could use my assistance.
I'm sure that I'm sure that he is dying to be back in your company. And he stands and like helps you up as well.
So polite.
He's a gentleman. And the two of you rejoin the conversation. Anything else anybody wants to do right now? You've made pretty good progress. Y'all are over halfway on your progress clock for this job.
Grackle's head is on a fucking swivel, just making sure that Vreen isn't up to anything.
Hold on. Let me roll another fortune die for Vreen. He's good.
This is gonna hit him when he gets home.
He's good.
God.
He rolled a 1?
Yeah.
She's like going between making sure Vreen isn't doing anything and making sure that all of our defenses are secure. Because like it would be just like us to get gotten the exact same way we got somebody else.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that is fair. Yeah, you're keeping an eye out, and so you want to kind of do a perimeter sweep here, just to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's probably a survey.
Yep, that sounds right to me.
Yeah, I think this will just be risky standard.
Sure.
Do you want one of my freebie assists on this?
I would love to take that because my
Okay.
survey could be better
I will give you one of my freebie assists.
in that case. Yeah, see, I tried to open my character sheet and I realized I didn't have to. I'm going to action, Grackle, and survey. You got that. All right, cool. Risky standard?
Yes, risky standard. I muted myself.
No worries. Should I push myself on this? I've still got a lot of stress left.
Sure.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna push myself.
Listen, I'm pushing myself at every turn so I can go and overindulge later.
That's a 6, baby.
No, you got to not push yourself so you can overindulge. You got to have low stress if you want to overindulge.
Yeah.
Unless you want to get that trauma.
Sweet trauma.
Sweet trauma. So that's a 6.
Woo!
Yep.
Okay. You do a once around the room. You catch a couple of things. You catch Captain Panzia occasionally like glancing over in your direction. A few times, though he seems like he's focused on not making a scene of anything here. As you are moving around the kind of like to the back of like the lounge area, you see Vreen and Jesus, I keep fucking forget. I keep wanting to call him Jameson. Fabian Pierce.
Yeah.
I'm not sorry about
having
that
a
suggestion.
conversation.
I'm not sorry.
They're having like kind of a hushed conversation in the corner.
Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna go make myself a nuisance. I'm gonna go pour a round of shots. And then like walk up to them, like, you know, sort of surreptitiously, just sort of like kind of sneaking up on them so I can catch the latter half of their conversation, and the moment that they notice me, I'm gonna be all like, shots on the house, you know?
Yeah, you catch the end of Vreen saying something that says, I'm telling you, we have to deal with it now. I'm not waiting around any longer. I'm not going to spend any more time here. and the and you come over with the shots, just catching the end of that. As Jameson looks at you and says, definitely needing another drink now, and takes one of the shots, knocks it back, sets it down, grabs another one, knocks it back, sets it down, just goes, whew, all right, and looks at Bree and says, listen, we're gonna deal with that in a second. All right, thanks for the drinks. And like kind of leaves the situation, leaving you and Vreen for a moment, and Vreen kind of awkwardly looking and says, thank you.
Grackle's gonna like turn, like she's holding the tray and she's gonna like turn it the way that like Krunk does in Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah.
Like, here, this one.
This is what also poisoned.
No,
I don't know.
but we're in his head now.
Yeah, no,
He
this
looks
one's
at
normal.
he looks at it, looks up at you, looks down at it, looks back up at you, and then reaches across to take one of the other ones that's
Sure.
furthest from him.
I'm gonna reach across the tray, take the one that he should have taken, and then knock it back. Like giving him a wink as I walk away.
Cheers. Cheers.
Flashback. I've
Downs-
infused this one also with laxative.
That's going to be a 2 stress if you do it. But I will, if you do that, then I roll 2 fortune dice right now.
Every time he takes a drink, I'm going to spend stress to coat it with laxatives.
You want to do
This
2
is how you
stress to
get
say
your
that
trauma.
you.
That's how I get my trauma. No, sorry.
No? Okay.
Keep going.
He takes a drink and says, all right, thank you. And moves away. And as he moves away from the window, with that survey, your eyes catch the darkened street, or not street, the canal outside. A little bit of light from some lamps up ahead. There's some crowded crowds in the street, like people walking along the edge of the canal, like a gondola pushing its way down the road. But you catch something across the way, and you see a glint of light off of metal.
Ugh! Is that a sniper?
Of
Do I
a
see
mask, as you see standing in the alleyway, staring, seeming to be looking across at the jewelry box. You see a spirit warden waiting there in the shadows. And that's where we're gonna end our session for tonight.
Question: Are the Ink Greeks friendly with the spirit wardens? Is that a well-known thing?
Oh, we filled up the accosted by the
Oh
spirit.
no, I
wardens
know.
stuff.
Oh, I know. But just wondering.
Where their status is with the spirit wardens. Let me check, actually, because
I mean, we're being accosted.
Yeah,
yeah.
just seeing if that's connected, or
-3.
or if they're not friends, and that could be
The
helpful.
Spirit wardens.
I mean, they
are
don't like
not-
me.
No, I'm just saying. I'm wondering if the Ink Rakes are unfriendly with the spirit wardens.
They're not affiliated.
Not affiliated? Damn, okay. But also not friendly, so, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Neither enemies nor allies.
Good to know, good to know.
So, that's where we're gonna end our session for tonight, y'all. It goes fast when we're only playing for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do our end of session questions.
Anybody write down any quotes? Oh,
No,
yeah.
you know I didn't.
I lace it with laxatives.
So I don't think we had any desperate actions today. Y'all have been pretty much in control of the situation.
You don't learn a whole lot when you don't challenge yourself.
Playbook specific XP triggers.
Calculation conspiracy.
Knowledge.
The mayhem has yet to happen.
Oh boy, is it coming.
Whoo!
I'm sure we'll get there. Okay, cool. We'll take your XP for that. You express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
I think we all did.
Yeah.
Significantly today.
Yeah, that's fair. And then struggle with issues from your vice or traumas.
No.
Nope.
Not
Almost
today.
there.
Not today.
All right. That's PC advancement. You want to do crew stuff, Van?
Yeah. Execute a successful espionage, sabotage, or theft. We're working on the espionage, I think.
Yep.
Contend with challenges above your current station.
No, currently same station. Because this is Vreen,
the
right?
Are the ink rakes? I mean, Vreen is
Well,
a surprise addition.
Well, but
Pansia
we
is-
also have Pansia. We also have
Right.
Breen.
And the
Skurlock
Ingrix-
is in the mix. We're not really.
And the Spirit Wardens are outside.
And the spirit wardens are outside.
Yeah, the ink rakes are tier 1, so they're at the same level as y'all.
Okay.
But Captain Pansia is your target here and is above your station.
Oh, sick.
Because he's with the Leviathan Hunters, who are
Yeah,
at tier
he's-
5.
Yeah, they're big boss. I'll give this one for that. Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one. Now, I'm gonna argue, because one of our reputations is loyal, that I went to fucking bat for Salome.
You
Yeah.
absolutely fucking
I mean,
did.
I think everybody did, but I really laid it on thick.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
I forgot that I had made an avatar for Captain Pansia. I just put him on the...
There he is.
Where is he?
Where is he? Where is he?
In the middle of the room.
Oh, well, I was
in
looking
the
at
middle
the sheet.
of the room.
Hold on.
Our house.
Hold on, chat.
In
Oh, look
the
at his
middle
There
of
he
our
is.
There he is. Look at him.
There's the man.
Look at
The
him.
man. The
Literal
myth,
feather
the
in his
legend.
cap.
Does he
He's
call it
here.
macaroni?
So yeah, forgot about that. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
No,
Love
you're good. You're good. Everyone.
I'm gonna kill and or subjugate that man.
Just see him. But I was saying, so our reputation is flamboyant and loyal, and I think we did both today.
For sure.
We
Yeah.
threw this flamboyant ass
Big
party.
old party with fucking
We
with the
decked
biggest
out this
hermits
place.
in the goddamn city.
We got him to come
showing
to
up
a
at our
party.
party.
We redecorated for this. We spent money on this, and then also we took the opportunity to be like, yes, we are loyal to our people, and they treat us good.
Hell yeah.
You'll definitely did that.
I think we did it. We don't do it often, but I think we did
But
the
when we
reputation
do-
today.
You did.
We did the dang thing.
Express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew.
Yeah, I mean,
We also did that.
again, the way they all work is pretty independently, but
Yeah.
We saw the gears coming together today, I think.
We're
Mhm.
pursuing the Venge quest.
Okay.
uh-huh.
So
All right.
Oh, you get another XP for that.
Oh, another XP for that. We need
Woo!
we need 2 more.
well, we didn't get any vengeance yet. We're just pursuing the Venge
pursuing.
quest.
Yes.
So I'm thinking like drives, goals, that.
need 3 more.
Yeah,
Mhm,
drive,
mhm.
Level up.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we're 3 off from an improvement.
Woo!
Awesome. Oh wow, you're already 3 off because I feel like didn't y'all advance?
Because we leveled up
time?
last time.
2 ago.
Was it 2 sessions ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was the last time we were all together.
Again,
Got it.
I will remind you guys that because the crew, we're not splitting our XP between a bunch of stuff. It only goes into the crew XP track.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So any 1 or 2 or whatever, it only goes into the single track. Whereas us as players, we're splitting it between a bunch of stuff. So
Yeah.
it seems
Gotcha.
fast.
I don't know
but
why I remember y'all getting stashed last time.
That was for the job.
That's for the job.
Right. Okay. Okay. Cool. I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
Everything? Okay. Awesome. Well, good session, y'all. I'm glad we got to do this makeup session. We will, for those of you out there watching, we will be back on the 30th, I believe. So 2 weeks from today is what we were looking at next.
I believe so.
And then after that, we will be back to our normal schedule on the 3rd and onwards. Yeah. Join us in the meantime. I think our next live stream will be on Saturday morning for what?
We do Stars and Wishes.
Oh, right. Stars and Wishes. Let's do those. Stars and Wishes. And then quote. I'm going to pull up the quote thing. Van, you want to go first?
No, but I will.
Okay.
My star is gonna go to Salome, who just in a room full of people read Pierce to rights. Just absolutely
Yeah.
in like 7 words or so,
Yeah.
just destroyed his ass in front of an entire party about are
You do not ignore my invitation to come visit me and take
then
my
come-
drugs.
and then come here and talk business.
Y'all made me make him J. Jonah Jameson, which immediately made me.
Oh, we
make
didn't
him
make
the-
you do shit. I made a suggestion.
Y'all suggested it, so it immediately made me consider. I'd made him like the rudest guy in the room.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
of
absolutely.
course.
It was great.
Deservedly so.
Of course.
Absolutely.
And we love him, and I
Yes.
would want to keep him around. He's one of the few I don't want Grackle to kill. I do. He's in the control group.
There's room in the vault.
Meaning
There's room in the vault.
meaning the group that we control. But
Yes.
Salome, in just a couple of very quick statements, really established who was
Yeah.
actually the dominant person in the room.
Oh,
And
so
whether
good.
or not he reacted to it, I'm sure he at least saw it happening in front of him. But it was very powerful, and it was great. My wish is, I mean, I'd feel like it's gonna happen, but I really want to get Theo alone and just really have that opportunity to be like, hey, listen, I know it's like it's business and everything here, but if we could just have like a real moment, this is what's happening. And to really be able to like drop the facade a little bit, it's still a facade obviously, but to really be able, I just really want to manipulate this man, I think is what I'm actually saying. I want this man on my side.
Drop
get
the
in there.
false
I want to
facade.
get in there.
Pocket.
What's behind the facade?
Love it.
It's a very
Perfect.
specific reference to the Jekyll and Hyde musical that exists out there.
It does.
All right. Thank you, Van.
You're welcome.
This is the moment. Sorry.
Sid, what you got?
I was singing more Jekyll and Hyde, but my star goes to Fume. And here's why. Above table, it was an assist roll. It was a bolster roll. But Fume brought that man back to his heyday with a simple drink.
Mm-hmm.
Just a simple drink. And just made that man's fucking night. And that, I think, is the epitome of what the Obedient Servants is about. We're gonna get our way. But you know what? We're gonna give you a good time as we go.
It's really, everyone treated that man like a captain. Fume treated him as just a man,
Just a man.
Yeah. As a sailor.
as a
As
sailor.
a sailor.
As a sailor.
It was good shit.
Inverse to what I was gonna make called the Charter Hall Special, which is basically a Jaeger bomb.
With Leviathan blood. It's a shot of Leviathan blood.
Is that like the Goldschlager of this universe?
That's like the antifreeze of this universe.
Or it's like, it is a liquor, but it's like a little bit of Leviathan blood in it, just to like be really nasty.
That shit'll make your hair stand on end.
Is Goldschlager still a thing? Am I like showing my
It
age?
absolutely is still a thing. Yeah.
I imagine
it's still out there.
I imagine it gets you fucked up like ethanol, but burns like Everclear going down.
Ugh, I hate it.
Bloodschlager. That's nothing. That's a bad thing.
Ugh.
That's a bad
That
word.
sounds German. like
Does.
Blutschlager.
Schlager. Oh yes.
you know what? We'll workshop it. We'll workshop it before next time.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Sounds like a beer made by vampires.
I mean,
German
Skurlock is
vampire.
right there.
Vampires wearing lederhosen and clogs.
Pass me the Blutschlager.
No,
Hosen.
I reject this premise.
I reject your reality and substitute.
Substitute
myself.
my own.
Substitute my own.
Oh, my wish. However. Yeah, I want another fun day with Lord Skurlock. Or I don't really feel like getting into our Skurlock shenanigans is appropriate at this party. I think I want everyone to get through this, and then we all just get another dinner at Daddy Skurlock's and get to dive into some of that fun stuff. I'm looking forward to that.
That'll be fun. Yeah, we could do that. Cool. RJ.
Hey everybody. Stars and wishes. I'm gonna star. God, we had a T with a ball on it, and then we gave Glass a laser guided sight and like a spotter with some rangefinders, because you knocked that out of the park. I feel like the obedience servants, yeah, they work well by themselves, but when they team up, ooh, watch yourself.
The power I felt going into that conversation with all of you guys' suggestions behind me was like truly unmatched. I was like, I know what I'm doing. I know what everyone wants. I'm here. I can do this. I can execute this.
And you did.
Hell yeah. You did.
I also like Grackle just looks outside. Just checking.
No, just checking.
No, just check.
The thought that it might be like some lone gunman in the street.
Yeah, I thought for a hot second that was gonna be a sniper, and I'm all like, I'm gonna have to do a fucking like flashback and get Steiner out there for some counter sniping.
Yeah.
Steiner drops from a
Oh.
roof and abducts him up into the roof again.
I mean, we just to file that away, we might want to do that flashback anyway.
Yeah. Steiner on Overwatch on the party.
I do like that idea. I like the idea that like Grackle's usually the one in Overwatch, but she has to be at the party. Yeah, it's good shit.
So she was actually really pissed off about it.
Yeah. Oh, she's hating every moment of this.
My wish. We've seen some Fume backstory. We've seen some Grackle backstory. I want to get into Glass and Salome now.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
Working on it.
My star goes to Van for wrangling our brain squirrels today. We were all a bunch of gambling grackles today, so keeping us on track was paramount and also done. So well done. The other half of that star goes to
No one has ever said that about me before in my life.
the other half of that store, fucking whatever. The other half of that star goes to Val for just like really good NPC work, like some fantastic voices. We threw some curveballs at you, and you pulled it together. So good job.
I
My
appreciate it.
wish is to deal with the consequences of God. I've lost the name now.
Theo. Pansia.
Theo. Pansia. To deal with the consequences of Pansia.
Identifying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
recognizing Grackle. Yep.
Yeah. That'll be a thing. I was going to be really interested if Van took that devil's bargain
Oh, yeah.
to play that out, but y'all kicked that down the road, so we'll deal with that later.
I could not in conscience take it if everyone was not ready to get there. So we'll get
Maybe
there.
next week.
We'll get there.
Maybe next week, actually. Or
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
next week, but
We'll
next
get there.
time.
Next session.
But
rather.
Yeah.
that wasn't a today problem, and I'm fully okay with that.
I'm proud of y'all for not going for choosing the less chaotic option in that situation of being like, you know what, we've already got too much on our plates.
That absolutely has never been said to any of us in our lives.
I know.
So that's new.
we couldn't risk it.
Yeah.
There's too much on the table right now.
We're at home. This is our house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta be careful.
No, we sure do.
Well, all right. Now we've done everything. So
Quotes.
Quotes.
God damn, we haven't done everything. Quotes. I'm gonna give it to Glass for well, if you'd like a taste.
Ooh.
That's pretty good.
It's one of the hornier things I've said during this game.
Yeah. Even though I mean the second one was flashback, I fill it with laxative. But I'm
That's
gonna-
not just a quote. That's a state of mind.
Yeah.
It's a state of mind.
Do I get something?
I forgot what we do.
Or
get
are we
XP.
just
You
do
get
I
an
just
XP
point. Yeah.
Oh.
You get an XP.
I was just gonna be happy it was me.
Yeah, I think I'm giving you all an XP point. You can put it in either in your main XP track or any of the side ones.
I'm gonna keep putting them in resolve. I want to get my sway up some more.
Perfect.
Hell yeah.
Well, alrighty,
Thanks,
everyone.
everybody.
Now we've done everything. Thank
Oh
you
wait,
everyone
no,
out there.
I'm
God
kidding.
damn it.
I'm kidding.
Thank
The
you everyone out there
worst.
for watching. Like I said, we will be back on the 30th for our next session. In the meantime, join us on Saturday for the next episode of Strixhaven, our 5e game that Van is running. As we're kind of finishing up that module, the While Beyond the Witchlight module. And yeah, that's it. Thank you to my lovely players for making this game a joy to run, as per usual. And thank you everyone out there for watching. We'll see you in 2 weeks. And until next time, good game and good night, Internet.
Bye-bye.